All right, let's get it.
Golden crowns with the culture expand from the mind to the mic to the digital land. Building empires with the tap of the hand. This ain't luck, nah, this all been planned.
Hope all is well. Hope all is well, y'all. We're going to give y'all a moment to get in here. West Coast Billy. Hope, you know what I'm saying? Hope all is well, y'all. We going to drop the comment link or the link in the comments once we get done with the presentation. So West Coast Billy, you there, G?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, no worries, man. No worries. We're gonna give it a couple of seconds, man. We give a couple people a moment to come on true, man. Hey, man, we got a special presentation for y'all, man. We have a great Nehru that giving his time and space and his expertise on these special certifications and special things etc. that you can get or we can get, and we can put it on our, or for people still doing the work thing, or they just want to bolster their resume for more lucrative financial opportunities. He's going to present all of this great things, and we're going to rock out and see what things go. And then, like I said, at the end, if we have any comments or if we have a need to drop the link, then we'll drop the link. But first and foremost, man, make sure you donate to Zayax the Movement, ZayaxInstitute.org. Check out ZayaxInstitute.org. Salute to Q Butter, salute to Dev, salute to the Zayax Institute team, all the parents, the students, etc. Real quick, if you would like to donate to Cosmic Mind Services, then go to Cash App. Also, we have blackhouse.app. Check out the all black owned and operated app for the teenagers, the star seeds, your grandchildren, etc. Check out goldencrowns.app. We'll get into all of these apps later on. But West Coast Billy, you ready to rock, G?
Yes, sir. I'm ready to rock.
All right, so all right, y'all. I'm gonna turn the music down, y'all, and we gonna get into this, man. We're gonna turn it all the way down, not all the way, but we're gonna turn it down enough to where we can hear. All right, West Coast. So, what's going on, G? Go ahead and introduce yourself and let's roll, man. Take your time and let's rock.
Hello, world. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to Golden Crown. Shout out to Royals United. That's the home team, home base. I am Billy D. This Week Flows is my brand and my baby as well. And I'm happy to be in front of all you guys. I did everything I could to try to put together a great presentation, but I had to kind of stop myself because I realized I didn't want to say too much and do too much and overload you. But I was able to simplify it to where it could correlate and relate to you guys' lives and what you're going through, whether you guys are transitioning from, you might be in the military, going into the civilian world, you might be switching jobs or thinking about going into the business for yourself. So me and, Cosmic, y'all don't even understand how much of a movement this is and what Cosmic really been putting down, man. He been really putting it down for the brand, the crew. And I think this is going to be a really good episode. I know it's going to be a really good episode because, man, I got a lot of shit I want to showcase y'all. I made a whole presentation and I'm ready to rock and roll.
No doubt. So just tell them a little bit about your background, man. And, as far as your expertise in the field that you're in the field that you're going to be presenting and elaborating on.
Okay, I come from growing up, I come from a military background. Pretty much everybody in my family joined the military. After the military, I thought the transition from the military was gonna be smooth. Moved around a lot as a kid too, so I thought, I'm getting out of the military, transitioning to a new beginning. It should be easy, and it was hell. I've worked every job you can think of: warehouse, fast food. I mean, temp jobs, temp. I mean, you name it, I probably didn't did it. I've worked in the hospital, so when I speak on creating systems and breaking the system, it's from experience. The system that I use is Lean Six Sigma. For those that are project managers, they know what Lean Six Sigma is. Today, I'm going to break down Lean Six Sigma in the most simple way I can break it down, because I don't want to start talking project management language and y'all like, what the fuck is he talking about? So I made it to where I can simplify it and put it in layman's terms for everybody to understand. And yeah, I'm creating systems. I made the decision to leave the job world, leave the 9 to 5 world, leave the W-2 world. No offense to anybody out there, punching in the clock 9 to 5, but I realized the opportunity that I have now, the situation where I'm at in life now. I gotta think smarter, move smarter, and understand that these jobs are all built on systems. And the people in life who maybe not be as successful in life, going through jobs, and you may think, man, nothing's going right for me, man. Is what am I doing wrong? Well, it's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're not talented. It's probably because you don't have a system. And so today I'm going to break down why having a system is important, why having an accountability partner is very important, because it's easy to get distracted. And yeah, I'm gonna hit y'all with a smooth presentation, and we're gonna get to it.
No doubt, no doubt. So, uh, real quick. So, where would you like to start at? Would you like to, would you want to start in the certification part, or do you want to get into the details of what the Lean Six is, the history of it, etc.?
I mean, I could get into the history of Lean Six Sigma, as was taught to me, was, I want to say, the founders, Michael Harry and Bill Self, is the founders of Lean Six Sigma, and they created this system for the military itself. The Army was having problems with certain units. Basically, the whole operation was being run like, they was unorganized. Soldiers was dying, casualties was happening. I'm not going to say what war it was. I don't quote me. I'm gonna have to probably look and see what war it is. But I know Lean Six Sigma started off with the Army, then it branched off to Toyota, it branched off to Motorola and Ford. And so basically, what Lean Six Sigma is basically finding a problem and solving a problem. But you got to have the right process and the right tools. Now, the tools that we use in Lean Six Sigma is called DMAIC, DMAIC. And now, what is DMAIC? DMAIC stands for, of course, it's an acronym. These are the tools that we use to solve our problems. This is where we start. Now, the D stands for define. The M stands for measure. The A stands for analyze. I stands for improve. And the last process that we have for C is control. Got to be able to control the process once everything is finalized. But first, you got to know what the problem is. And that's where we start off with as define. Define, you got to define the problem. What is the problem? What is holding us back from accomplishing the ultimate goal? What's getting in the way? And Lean Six Sigma has built a whole system with processes, graphs, tools, and charts. And I've even saved a lot of photos, made photos using AI, because to be honest, for all you out there, project management is entering an AI phase. And if you don't know how to utilize AI, more than likely, you're probably going to be replaced by AI. Now, for the project managers that use AI, they're going to most likely be successful. But that's another conversation for another day, because I don't want to get into Lean Six Sigma lingo and everything. But yeah, it starts with, you have to define the problem. You got to define the problem, because if you don't know what the problem is, how are you going to solve it? So that's where we first start. And then once we able to define the problem, then we measure the problem. Okay, how big is the problem? How is it a big problem, small problem? How big is the impact of this problem? These are things that we deal with as project managers on a daily basis. We got to understand plans change, uh, operations change. We deal with stakeholders. We deal with the owner. We deal with human resources. We deal with the marketing department. So we have to understand the whole system itself. We got to understand what's hurting us, and that's where the Maya comes in. Now, examples of define what can
Hmm.
be in the way. Are y'all still there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
Okay.
here. We here. Rock out.
Now, define. You might say, okay, how does this relate to my life? How do I define the problems in my life? Well, I'm gonna give you some examples. You might have what we call waste, and waste is things that are unnecessary, processes that are unnecessary that have to be removed out the way. Now, as it pertains to your life, this could be unnecessary meetings, as far as you working a job and they having meetings on bullshit, or you just working a job that doesn't serve you right. Things like distractions. We all know what's going on in the world with social media, and everybody has an opinion, and everybody's right, and they're never wrong, and everybody telling you how you should live your life, what you should do, how you should raise your kids. I mean, it's amplified to another level now. So distractions are definitely something you want to define in your life. Um, you might, if you somebody like me, I'm big on my health, so I stay away from junk food. That's waste. If you somebody that likes to manage their money and you good with numbers and you good with investing, you will also understand that impulse spending is something you just don't do. You have to constantly plan and constantly uh, be strategizing on your next move. You always got to be thinking about what's my next move. But you want to get rid of all of the waste. What don't serve you right, get that out the way. Because if you can't get the distractions out your way, if you can't get, certain people you might be dealing with, it may be friends, family, loved ones that don't serve you right. I have this thing called
Mm,
love from a
mm,
distance.
Come on, God.
I
Go
love
ahead.
them
Go
from a
ahead. Let
distance.
it go. Let
You
it
know what I
go. Come
mean?
on.
When we all have that, we all have cousins and family members that we love, but we know, man, I can't deal with this person. Every time I'm around this individual, they on bullshit. They upset with the world. They, you know, all they can see is what's in front of them. So you got to be careful of people like that. Yeah, they're visual learners. Nothing wrong with being a visual learner, but you got to have a visual. I mean, a vision, not visual. You got to have visions. It's good to have visuals too, but you got to have a vision, because if you don't got a vision, somebody will have a vision for you, whether it's a job, whether it's your family,
Hold
your
on, no, no, whoa, whoa,
friends.
whoa, 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 whoa. If you don't have a vision, what? Say that one more time. Somebody
Somebody's gonna
what?
have a vision for you.
God damn. Go ahead. Woo!
Yeah, it gets deep. You know, that's why I was so happy to become a project manager. I've dealt with ADHD my whole life, and everybody out there knows that if you got ADHD, you easily distracted. It could be the TV show that distracts me, sports. It could be, you know, my homies want to go out tonight. It's a lot of distractions, but I had to learn to define my problem. What is in my way? What is hurting me? Because at the end of the day, if it's not helping you, more than likely it's probably hurting you. So, you gotta
Mm.
define the problem, man. And I've even wrote down that the 8 ways that we deal with in project management.
Mm,
We deal
mm,
with defects.
Real quick, King. When you say project management, are you saying like project in what aspects? Are you saying like construction projects? Are you saying land development projects? Are you saying, what specifically, what projects are you talking about?
Well, in my case, I'm talking about, I come from a healthcare background, so I'm more into healthcare, mental health, um, building systems that can benefit your life. So I'm into, health, recreational, building the right mental mindset. That's what I use Lean Six Sigma for. Now you can the beautiful thing about Lean Six Sigma, it translates to all industries. It could be construction. It can be, it
Mm,
can be in the healthcare field. It could
mm,
be industrial. It could be whatever
mm-hmm,
whatever you can name. You can use Lean Six Sigma. But here's the thing,
mm,
though. Here's the trick, though. When you go apply for these jobs, most of these jobs ain't gonna understand Lean Six Sigma, or if they understand Lean Six Sigma, guess what they're gonna tell you more than likely?
what's
They're gonna
that?
tell you overqualified.
God,
Now you know how that
God.
feels when you
Yeah,
preparing
yeah,
for an
yeah, yeah.
interview.
Yes, yes, completely. Go ahead, go ahead.
I mean, you you
Go
you
ahead,
you you
G.
get a haircut, you do all this. I mean, you trying to get extra fresh, put together the right presentation for the interview. You trying to, be on your best behavior for someone to look at your resume and say, you overqualified. And that word overqualified will always mess me up. I remember watching Denzel. There was a movie back in the day. Denzel, he had a son that I think needed a heart transplant, and he was working this. I think he was working like construction, and he was applying for a better position. I think it was like a crane operator or some shit. And the dude straight because he told the boss, he said, I can work all these machines. They've been letting me work the machines. They've been training me. I've proven that I can work
Mm-hmm,
all of these machines. And the
mm-hmm,
manager looked at him and said, yeah, that's why you're overqualified, and we're not going to give you the job.
mm, mm, mm,
And
mm. Damn.
and that spiraled into him. I want to say he held up the hospital at gunpoint. That's what it was. He held the hospital up
God
at
damn.
gunpoint, and ultimately the kid got a heart transplant.
Mm-hmm,
Denzel went to court, Supreme Court. The judge actually understood him, saluted him for his bravery, but Denzel still had to go do 5 years at the
yeah,
end.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
still had to go sit it down. But
yeah.
Denzel realized at that moment, oh, it's the system. It's the
Mm,
system is fucked up. And I know a lot of us is dealing with that out here right now, with the system being just what it is. It's not built for you to live comfortably. It's not built for you to live a great life. It's built for you to go to work, clock in, live for the weekend, or if you get 2 days off during the week, and give you just enough money for you to bring your ass back to work on Monday.
mm, 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 mm.
So I give you just enough for you feel like you accomplished something, but at the end of the day, all I'm doing is putting you on that hamster wheel. That's what the job world is, a big old hamster wheel. You just constantly running, 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 running. And by the time you realize there's nothing there, a lot of times you down and out. You might be in your 50s, your 60s,
Damn.
and now you feeling like unaccomplished, midlife crisis.
That's stone cold pimping there. I'm listening. Go ahead. Keep going. That's stone
It,
cold
it,
pimping. God damn. Whoa. Go
it,
ahead.
it's
Go ahead, G. That's some stone cold pimping, man. I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead, man.
or it's
You talking
I
about
mean
some
it's
stone
wicked.
cold pimping. Go ahead, G. Because
I
I
mean,
get passionate about stuff like this. So go ahead. I don't want to interrupt your show. Go ahead.
oh no, to add on what Cosmic is saying, it gets darker depending on your color of your
Oh,
skin.
that's why I said I don't even want to go. So go ahead.
Because
I don't want to do it.
no, because y'all, I don't know if y'all seen this article that posted last week where a lot of black workers have been secretly not filming their boss or encounters, but they've secretly been documenting what they dealt with on the job. And come to find out, in California, the Hispanics and the whites have created a system to on the job to where the system is built to not only keep the black man down, but also fire him. Use him enough and then fire him and get him out the way. I mean, it's a big thing. It's a lot.
Come on, man. So whoa. So you mean to tell me it's not just about pulling yourself up by the bootstraps, man, and working harder, man? Go ahead, man. Go ahead. You just ain't working hard enough. Go ahead, G. I'm listening.
Oh, that's what I hear all day, every day. And the crazy part is, a lot of people just don't see it. They don't see it. I think Black America has gotten to a point where we feel like this is an integrated country, and it's not. Don't get me wrong. We coexist with other races, but they don't see blacks. They don't see blacks as one of them, and I think that growing up, I hated that. I'm like, damn, why can't I be accepted? And I realized it's not meant for you to be accepted. It's meant for you to be respected.
Yeah.
So you
go ahead. Come on, God. Go ahead.
And the only way to be respected is you have to create some type of system. I mean, if you don't want to be a project manager, you go to school and learn how to build systems. They got courses on LinkedIn that can teach you how to build systems. If project management isn't your thing,
you got Zayax. Hold on. We got Zayax Institute. They building systems too. But go ahead. Come on. I just got to, that quick infomercial. Go ahead, G.
Now, salute to the Zayax Institute. Salute to them brothers out there, man. I love everything I see from the Zayax Institute because it gives us alternative solutions. We as people, we all have problems in our life, but I was taught be solution based. Always think about the solution, not so much the problem, because the problem is going to be the problem, and if the problem don't get solved, it's only going to get worse, and the process of fuck ups is going to happen. Also, too, if you don't create a process will be created.
Whoa. If you don't create a process, say what?
A process will be created. And I don't care what you do in life.
Go ahead.
I mean, you could be lazy. You could sit there and say, man, I'm not going to work. Man, I'm going to just live off my old lady. I'm going to just live off my old lady. She gonna go to work, and I'm going to just take care of the house. Well, guess what? You got that. That's a system. It takes work maintaining a crib.
Ain't no man. People be thinking that ain't a business in itself. But go ahead, keep going.
Oh, it's a
keep
business.
Going. They think that ain't working itself. I don't know why they think that's easy. But hey, look, ask stay-at-home moms and pops. Work from home businesses and juggling. They got what is it? Homeschool children, and they working from home. Man, ask them. Shoot, go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a harder job than some jobs. Go ahead, bro. My bad, bro. Go ahead.
No, I mean, it all leads to, creating a system. Before I quit the job world, I was in pest control. And one thing I learned about pest control is if you don't create a system to keep your house clean and keep your area clean, guess what you're going to be living with? Rats, roaches, bees, spiders, everything. You're going to be living with people. I mean, you're going to be living with other animals that you don't want to live with. Tarantula. Yeah, that's a good one, son. And where I live at now is mice. Now, if you don't clean your home, you know what a mice going to do?
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
He going to invade your home. He's going to poop everywhere.
Dang.
And he's going to hide throughout the day because He's a
and he
nocturnal
gonna
creature.
nibble on everything. Go ahead,
Oh yeah.
because I had to get one out of my RV. But go ahead. But see,
Oh yeah,
I move around outside, so it's different when people will be, kind of indoors. You know what I'm saying? But you moving around to different. People know about RV and campground, and you know what I'm talking about, y'all. If you going from park to park to park, I mean, you always outside. It's different from when you have a house or something like that. But go ahead, G.
I mean, it is whether you live wherever you live at, you got to have a
Mm-hmm.
system because rats ain't going nowhere, roaches ain't going nowhere, and
Mm.
it's like that in real life. You got people. If you in the streets, they got rats in the streets. You got it's the
Go ahead.
same concept. You got to know what you're around, who you're around, and you got to know
Mm.
what you're doing.
Damn.
At the very least, you got to know what you're doing in life. You know,
So
and
real quick, real quick. What got you into the finance sector? Like, what swept you over to that section?
I'll be honest, I've seen a lot of my family who struggle with finances. Um,
Mm.
I mean, bad. I mean, most of my family moved out of California because finances too expensive, not understanding taxes, not understanding how money works per se. And it's not because they stupid. It's not because we're stupid. None of us are stupid. But what you don't know, you don't know. What you not taught, you. Hey, if you ain't taught that, how you gonna know? It's a lot of things I find out about project management and different resources and different, avenues I can take that. I'm like, damn, I didn't know you can do that as a project manager. Yeah, you gotta stay learning. Always stay learning. Life is about learning. Once you stop learning, you stop earning. You stop growing. You stop flowing. You know? And then it becomes a waste. You deal with defects. And project management, one of the things in waste we have is called defects. Making the same mistakes over and over again. What got me in the financial space is I realized a lot of my family was living check to check. They
Come on, go ahead, keep going.
And y'all know how check to check is. You get paid whether it's the 1st and the 15th bi-weekly, and usually by close towards the end of the month, from like I want to say like the 20th to the 1st, a lot of people struggling. And I always noticed that with everybody, no matter what job they work, it was like from the 17th on or 18th on to the 1st, it was that, man, I gotta just relax for these next 2 weeks. Because they spent all their money from the 1st to the 15th. They didn't.
You say they gotta hang on tight, man. We gotta hang on tight. Go ahead. I understand. Gotta hang on tight, man.
I mean, because think about it. The job teach you, go to work, party on the weekend, come to work Monday, dragging your feet. That's what they want. That's what they want. And for black people, we got to be extra careful because a lot of the workforce that we deal with, a lot of us are not in the workforce, whether it be the human resource department, the finance division. There's a lot of brothers I know don't know anything about finances. All they know is I get my check, I cash my check, I pay my bills, and that's life. And I hate to tell y'all, that ain't life. That ain't life. That's a
But do you think we need to discuss finances more? Like, I mean, I see a lot, man. We get offensive over so much as far as Black, African American, Indigenous, copper tone, etc. We get worked up over politics, religion. Why we don't get worked up over economics, man, and finances, and group economics, and being able to thrive? Because think about it, you only thrive as successful as your environment. So if this environment is a capitalistic society and we're not playing the capitalistic game in our favor or correctly, then we already losing by default. But the thing is, the sad part, we're doing it to ourselves. Go ahead, G. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, to add on to that, finances are more important now than ever. More important than when your grandpa was around, your ancestors. This is the most important time right now
You mean
to learn
finances or
finances.
financial literacy? Like financial literacy or just having finances? You there? You there, G? Damn, did I lose him? You. Damn, did I lose you, G? Damn, show going well. Come on, man. You there?
Hello,
Yeah, come on with it. Come
hello,
on
y'all
with
hear
it. Come
me?
on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yep, yep,
My
yep, yep,
bad.
yep, yep. Come on. Don't worry, don't
This
worry. It's
damn
no
call.
words. Let's just keep going. We know that happens. Distractions happen. Just come on with it. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, I apologize, y'all. That was my son's mom,
No
man. I
word,
had to.
no words. No, we good. Stay on task. You say financial literacy. Go ahead.
Financial literacy is so important because, guys, we all know how. Men, I'm gonna speak for men on why financial literacy is important because I'm a man. I'm gonna start with us. Financial literacy is so important. It is so important because guess what? The woman that you dealing with, the woman that you wake to sleep, go to bed with every night, I guarantee you, I say about 8 out of 10 women don't know anything about financial literacy. They know the basics of how to save, spend money, put money to the side. But that's not financial literacy. Putting money in a savings account and just saying, yeah, I've been saving money for these last 6 months. That's not financial literacy. If anything, you've been screwing yourself the last 6 months because you've been putting your money in a savings account and it hasn't been growing.
God.
There's no rate of return for that money. And guess what happens when there's no rate of return for that money? Guess what happens? Guess
Come
what
on with
happens
it.
to that
Come
money?
on with it. Come on with it.
That 6 months that you've been working hard, saving hard, busting your ass at the job, working overtime for, that money gonna get ate up by inflation.
Dang.
That money right there, that 6 months that you like, man, but I didn't work hard, I didn't stack money, I got some money on me. Yeah, but guess what? The way inflation is, and the way the financial laws is, you wasting money. Now, for
Well, to
those
me,
out
to
there,
me,
all
to
this,
me, I told people the best way to compound interest is just to do an old sneaker box method, man. You know what I'm saying? You save 5, then you save 10 more on top of that, then you save 20 on top of that. You compounding your own interest. I'm just saying. Go ahead. I'm just
I mean,
adding a little spice to it. Go ahead.
that in itself is financial literacy. I was talking to one of my friends, and he's saying they're trying to get rid of cash. Y'all got to fight for that, people. If you don't want to
Don't
fight
say
for
try.
anything in
Don't
this
say
world,
try. They definitely getting rid of it. Don't say try now. You see crypto and blockchain and all this stuff now. Don't say try. It's going on actively.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this, y'all. Y'all got to fight to keep the dollar in place, or unless you or create a new dollar, or create a new version of the dollar. But that physical dollar, that physical dollar they give value to. I remember one time I was doing Lyft one time, and I picked up this older lady. She said, "You know what happens if they get rid of cash? Everything is digital, and they know what you got. If you got cash, a person don't really know. The government don't really know what you got because it's cash. It's physical. They don't know.
Well, see, the thing is, they kind of know because they print it off. But see, the thing is, so we don't want to get too far off. But see, the thing is, these other bricks and in these other nations of the printing or creating their own currency backed by something I think that's the only element that's this situation is going on with this current fiat paper money. It's just built off trust and not any minerals. It's nothing attached to it. Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm just adding spice to it. Go ahead. You there? Damn, come on, man. Another phone call. Come on, phone call. Come on now. We in the middle of a show, baby. You there, West Coast? Damn. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, man, we want to get these special certifications he talking about, and just some some expertise on the financial field, being that he's young in the sector. And you there?
Yeah, I'm here, y'all.
No worries. I know. I be knowing the greatness is showing. Hey, I be knowing the greatness is showing. Ain't it, man? When the greatness starts showing, everybody come out. But anyway, look, go ahead. Come on with it. Now you was going over the 8 principles, but you said financial literacy. I'm listening. Go ahead.
What? Because the reason why I want to break down them 8 principles of waste is because it is Lean Six Sigma, but it is. I've broken it down to where it goes, with your life. It's in layman terms, so you
it's
can
practical.
see it for yourself.
It's practical.
Yeah, practical.
It's basically practical.
That's the word. Yeah. So I talked about defects. Then the next one is overproduction. You doing work that you don't need to be doing, or you doing work that you didn't need to do. A lot of us, think about it. All of us have extracurricular activities. We have hobbies, and I hate that word hobby, because I feel like hobby is a word for them to be like, you go to work, and then after work you go play your hobbies, and hobbies is kind of like, it's like, okay, after you clean your room, son, go you can go play your video game. That's how I look at the job. When you done cleaning up this room, your ass can go play your hobby. And I remember my mom used to always tell me a hobby would never pay you nothing. It would just be a hobby.
That's a hell of an analogy right there. Go ahead.
And that's why I hate the word hobby. I hate when my mom says, "Oh man, you doing, you a project manager and you doing all of this social media and all of this," and she's like, "I just think that's a hobby," because my mama don't know. She just don't know. No matter how mad I get, I can't get mad at her, because she don't know. And a lot of moms out there, a lot of family out there, they just don't understand what you're doing, so it's easy for them to say, "Oh, it ain't gonna work."
I think the more sort of frustration is a duality of, like you said, they don't know, and then sometimes I think the more side is they might not want to know. That might be part 2, man. How your growth, people don't see your growth. G, you know what I'm saying? They still see you in a certain light. Go ahead, though. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Oh, that's what I've dealt with my whole life. My whole life, I've always, I'm the youngest in my family, so I've always been seen as, just go to work, Billy. That's always been, just go get a job. Go get something that's gonna pay you down the line, something that's what we call stable. But what they're telling me to go do is not stable. It's all of the jobs it's like, think about all the financial jobs, the accountants, they're being replaced by AI. You might do high-end security working with the government, they getting replaced by AI.
Dang.
It's
I ain't laughing because I just saying there's so many people that be just passionately defending it, like it's not gonna hurt. They gonna still need people, yes, but they're gonna need way less people. That's the thing. Yes. And then like he's saying, you're gonna have to be such specialists. Then it's gonna be what? Competition in those specialties, for though it's only a certain amount of jobs to go around. You see what I'm saying? unless people are going to create something with those special skills. But go ahead, I'm listening.
I mean, the government, what they're doing is they're switching over to robotics because they understand that a robot, I can program a robot to go to work every single day. He's not gonna call off. I don't need him to take lunch breaks, 10-minute breaks. I don't need an employee bitching to the HR because the pay isn't good enough. They're getting rid of all of that. They're making it to a point where you're gonna take what they give you, or you better be real good at building programming, building systems. I mean, everything is going towards programming, learning how to code, learning how to understand robotics. I was watching the energy and house community. They saying China is whooping America's ass, and they want to invest fully into robotics. And guess who's investing into robotics to replace you? And it ain't the Republicans, because everybody hates the Republicans. It ain't the Republicans. Who are the people that say they're for the people, by the people, and want to see America win? Wouldn't that be our Democrats? Well, tell me this. I study this shit so deep. It's dark. It's not only are the Democrats investing into robotics, guess who else they are investing into to hold a certain group of people down?
Where they got it?
They investing into the KKK. And we all know who the KKK go for. I mean, it's getting to a point you starting to see. I mean, we're not starting to see. We already see what the play is, and that's why I'm so hell bent on financial literacy. I'm so hell bent on building systems, building my own system as it pertains to my life, my day-to-day schedule, how I plan my week, how I plan my year. That's very big. That's very big for me. Understanding that my schedule is going to have to cause for me to constantly adjust. I feel like if you're not constantly adjusting and you're just going with the flow, you kind of put yourself in a bad spot, I think. I do. I think you put yourself in a bad spot because we've been trained that go work a good job, whether it be a union job, whether you go work at a hospital, be a nurse, be a medical assistant, or go be a lawyer. But we don't talk about what's coming to replace us. We don't talk about the adversity that we're really going to deal with, which is AI, which is robotics, which are people who are gatekeepers. Because we have gatekeepers. And blacks, I feel like we've got it the worst because we got gatekeepers in our own race that's holding us back.
Yeah.
On the job.
That's a whole nother show. Go ahead.
A whole nother show.
Gracious. Man, that's yeah, go ahead. Maybe part 3. Go ahead.
I mean, that's why I focus so much on learning everything I can about financial literacy. Whether it's looking at a spreadsheet, whether it's going full throttle with Lean Six Sigma. I realize I have my black belt now, but now I want to go to champion. I want to go to the highest level.
The highest level of the champ. Hold on, real quick. Let's get to those 8 principles real quick. We went, we got through the first 2. Go over the first 2 again, and let's get to those last 6.
Okay, the first 2 was defects, making the same mistakes, doing the same thing every week, over and over again, not learning from your mistakes. The second one was overproduction. You know, doing work that you don't need to be doing. Hobbies, extracurricular activities that cause you to put in work but don't serve you in the end. Third,
God. Oh man, God Go ahead, man. Come on, man. Man, you lucky it's your show. Go ahead, man. Man.
Which leads me to the third one, because you're making the same mistakes. You realize that I'm overworking myself, but now I want to go into business for myself. Well, here's the third waste: waiting to start. I'm so guilty of
Oh
that.
man. Woo. Go ahead.
Yeah, we've gotten to a point where waiting to start itself is a killer, because you start to overthink. You start to think, man, damn, I'm not ready. I don't have everything. And the best thing I can teach you about starting a brand, starting a business, just go. Just go. Start. Yeah, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. There's going to be a business that you start that you think, man, this idea is going to hit, and it don't hit. It's okay. But don't be afraid to start, because that's the only way you can win. You got to go out there and try. If you don't take shots, how you going to score? So you got to be willing to start. And what I say start with research. Start with the basics. Okay, I want to start a business. Let me invest into a LLC or a S corp, a C corp. And, I'm not trying to get into all of the that avenue, but just these are the basics of starting a business. What type of business should I start? What fits me? What am I trying to do? But you gotta start, which leads me to my next one: non-utilized talent. Now, I know this ain't no
Oh
waste
man.
for
Woo.
Lean Six Sigma, but I was able to break down these wastes in layman's terms for you to understand. But ignoring your gifts, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you, for those that want to know the 8 wastes that's in Lean Six Sigma. I'm a matter of fact, I'm gonna just have that right here on standby, because y'all might be
We'll
like,
get to
man,
it.
that
We'll
yeah,
get
we'll
to
get
it.
to that. But I'm breaking it down in layman's terms as it pertains to your life. You know, so ignoring your talent is the worst thing you can do. You know, now, yeah, failing to use your skills, knowledge, and creative ideas of workers. Oh, that is Lean Six Sigma. I'm wrong. I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, that is. I'm just making sure. I just want to double check, because I don't want y'all to, I don't want to be telling nobody the wrong shit. That's one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to give you false information. So from time to time, you'll see me double check my own work. But yeah, failing to
Ain't the
use
man.
skills. That knowledge, man, is power. You gotta be creative. You gotta have a creative mind.
We say
That's the
applied
best gift
knowledge.
you can have.
Applied knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is power. Go ahead.
I mean, applied knowledge. Yeah, not just having knowledge. No, most importantly, applied knowledge. You have to implement what you learn, or it's like a dictionary. It's just knowledge just sitting, you know, waiting for somebody to read it. Now, the next thing we have is transportation. You know, moving materials or parts or information unnecessarily from one location to the next. That's Lean Six Sigma, right? That was Lean Six Sigma verbatim. Now in your life, transportation is running unnecessary errands. Going going to stores you probably shouldn't be shopping
Oh
at.
man. Man, go ahead. Woo.
I give you an errand that's that unnecessary errand. Going to the liquor store. You know how many times I wasted
Ain't the
money at Seven
man.
Eleven liquor
Come on
stores
with it.
because it's
Man.
right there on the corner, and it's like, man, I could just walk to the corner. That's how they got you. You better off taking a bus, taking a train, going to invest into, maybe a Costco, maybe invest into a Sam's Club, or if you know somebody with a farm, if you know somebody that's in agriculture, hey, that's one of the best plugs you can have right now. Is somebody that farms their own shit, because we all know what's in these grocery stores as it pertains to the fruit, the meat. I mean, you can't trust pretty much anything coming out of a grocery store now. They trying to inject everything with steroids. So and you can't trust you can't trust the government because the big dogs put their money into the government's pocket. So if you are somebody like a Jeff Bezos or somebody like Bill Gates, Bill Gates is a perfect person. Y'all should really do y'all research on what Bill Gates is trying to do for the human population, and the shit is going to scare you. Now, I'm not trying to shit on nobody, but it's you have to as a people or whoever's listening to this presentation, you got to understand what am I putting into my body? My what is what is my fuel? You know, I talk project management and I talk about, doing this, build systems, do this, use tools and processes, use systems, learn the mic, learn this. Well, how you gonna learn that if your nutrition is fucked up? If you're not eating the right way, you're not meditating the right way, you're not taking your walks throughout the
Mm,
day.
man, you hitting a whole lot of fields, B. Go ahead. Keep swerving the lane, B. Go ahead.
I mean, you could. We all know. We all have family members who've dealt with health problems. Rest in peace, my grandma. She died of diabetes. Silent killer. She died during surgery. But I want to say, by the time she realized she had diabetes, it was already too late. And there's a lot of diseases like that. Uh, what's I was just pancreatic cancer. For all you men out there, I'm telling you, start eating more vegetables, more fruits, hydrate yourself, get away from the junk food. I'm not trying to be your mama and your daddy. I'm not trying to tell you what to do just to feel powerful. No, I'm telling you this because fast food will have you dead as a doornail before you're 50 years old. It'll have you dead, especially now with all the steroids and all of the bacteria they injecting into this food. You want to? I think we as a black people need to get into farming, health, um, being strict with our health, understanding what we put in our body, understanding the ingredients, things of that nature. Which leads me to inventory.
Real
Say
quick,
again.
we definitely in the farm and shout out to Atlanta Harvest. We just need to make sure we amplify that. So I'm gonna get a list of melanated, copper tone, black, etc. farmers and different things. I'm just getting the list together. We're gonna do a whole show about that. We're gonna do networking and get all of that stuff out. Go ahead. I'm with you. Go ahead. What was you about to say? Go ahead.
It's that show. I'm telling you, I want to tune in. Please tune in. That is very paramount that you tune in to that show because health from health in the next 10 years, 20 years is something that's going to be very important, especially if you got kids. I got kids. So I'm definitely trying to get into farming. I'm definitely trying to get into, learning new methods. So I'm going to be tuning into that show cuz I live in California and I'm not living by no farm. I got to go to the Costco or give my trust to Sam's Club. And I eat the food, but do I know where it's coming from? I don't. I don't know the farms that I should probably do more research and figure out where they get their fruit from, the farms they get their fruit from, where they get their meat from and shit like that. Which leads me actually to inventory. Inventory, which is the next ways is buying things you never use or buying things that
Mm,
you know what I mean. Like,
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Man,
I mean,
wasteful spending. Go ahead.
wasteful spending. We all buy food that we don't get around to eating, and guess what? We gotta throw it away. We buy outfits, clothes, shoes. I got new
Mm.
shoes that I haven't worn. Just sitting there. Clothes
You
just
say
sitting there.
economic waste. You say material waste. Just we just waste all around, huh, G?
Waste. A car that you don't need. We all know when you go to the dealership, you go in there for a sedan and they trying to sell you an SUV.
Man, you heard so many celebrities. They said, man, I gotta build all these houses, a certain amount of houses, cars. You say there's so much waste. You feel me, bro? Man, you right, man. You right. Go ahead. It's just woo. That's that gluttony. Go ahead, man.
I mean, for those who,
Materialism and gluttony.
I mean, look at the NBA. For those that watch sports, look at how these athletes go broke. They buy a bunch of cars that they can't get off, or whatever they bought the car for, it already depreciated in value. They buy jewelry that they don't need to buy. There's nothing wrong with having jewelry, but over excessive in jewelry is it makes no sense. Now, if you just buying gold and you're not busting it down, that's different. If you go buy a Rolex and you do nothing with it, you should be able to get the equal value, if not maybe a little bit more, if you try to go pawn it off or liquidate. If you want to liquidate, let's say if you going broke, you want to liquidate assets. You don't want to be sitting on liabilities. I think about Michael Jackson, for instance. When Michael Jackson died, they say he was broke. And come to find out, Michael wasn't broke. Yeah, he had debt. He had a crazy amount of debt. Don't get me wrong, he had a crazy amount of debt. But when Michael died and they was able to liquidate all that, we talking in the billions. I mean, we talking the Beatles catalog, Elvis catalog. I mean, yeah, I mean, he even bought some of Eminem's catalog when Eminem dissed him. I mean, Michael invested into a lot of assets that, in the end, his family was able to receive those benefits, even though they didn't receive the full benefits of that. Which leads me to we gotta get our
Mm-hmm.
paperwork right, yo.
Mm, mm,
Because Michael, his family, I mean, Michael's catalog was in the billions, but I think his family got a payout of like 700, 800 million, something like just a lowball number, and they just had to take it because of court costs, going to court, spending on lawyers, fighting the powers that be, the system itself. When you sign to a record label, or you in the NBA, or you a federal judge, don't y'all know that's the same system? That's the same system. The owners of them systems, they go golfing together. They go on family vacations together. They go to business conferences together. Haven't you noticed why a lot of artists, when they start having problems with the label, now they got problems with IRS, they got problems with taxes, they got problems with baby mama, they got all of this shit is starting to come out now all of a sudden. We got to put ourselves in position to where we know financial literacy, and we know it so well that we're not just biting for the dollar no more. You can't just come around us and just flash money around us. Nah, we understand all money ain't good
mm,
money.
mm. Yeah.
You know, I I look at a lot of these rappers had hits in the past. Hits ain't got a dollar to their name. They in debt, having to borrow money from other artists, having to borrow money from the label, having to constantly staying in debt. That's why financial literacy is important, because they'll be in debt, but guess what? He'll be looking like $1 million, but won't have a dollar to his name. And that's the world we live in. Which leads me to motion. You gotta have motion. This is the seventh step. So we got defects, we got overproduction, we have waiting, waiting to start. We got non-utilized talent, ignoring your gifts. We got transportation, running unnecessary errands, spending money on shit that we don't need to spend, just going places that don't serve us. We have inventory, buying things you never use. We got people who are hoarders. I know some of my people in my family who are hoarders, got shit everywhere.
Mm,
It's just,
mm, mm.
it's just like, yo, sell this shit. I got a friend right now. Her mama always asking her to come help her move. She's like, Mom, I'm not gonna help you move. This the fifth time.
Damn.
You just got too much shit, and I'm breaking
Say
my back only for you to call me 2, 3 months down the line saying I need
again
you to
to
help
move
me move.
again. God damn, she in the yard sell it off, man. God damn. Go ahead.
It's
Mm,
just
mm,
so
mm.
much shit. It's like, man, just sell it or just get rid of it.
And we don't
Like,
understand, how much a lot of times a lot of that old stuff hold old energy, especially if it's old unproductive energy. But go ahead.
oh, it's deep. A lot of our items and a lot of things we have in our home have energy, like Cosmic said, that don't serve us. Things we need to let go. We sometimes we got to come to the process of letting go. Let go. It's okay to start over. But I'm gonna tell you the way a lot of us are going. We're going towards. Not only we going to the grave, we going to the grave feeling empty. I see a lot of brothers that have a lot of resentment. Um, Walking around angry at life, hating life, because guess what? They didn't make the right decisions. They didn't have the right people around them. They didn't have the right infrastructure. So now it's the world's fault. It's easy to blame everybody else when you it's kind well sometimes you know what sometimes as in the military community sometimes you are born in a lose-lose situation for people that gang bang. Sometimes you are born into a family where mama gang bang, daddy gang bang, cousin, everybody gang banging. So I get that aspect. I get that, overcoming that. But I'm saying just for somebody living a regular life, trying to get a job, trying to take care of their family, you need to think about financial literacy more so than that job. Is the term actually, before I get to my last step, I want y'all to understand this term very, very well. This is one of the most important terms you'll ever deal with in life as an investor, as a project manager, as a wherever you starting a business, whatever you're trying to do. This word, opportunity cost. Now, what is opportunity cost? Like, what the fuck is
Mm,
that? Opportunity cost is sacrificing time, energy, and money for what's really important. Now, you that might sound confusing because you're like, man, you got to go to work, you got to make money, but it's deeper than that. Opportunity cost is I'm going to focus on building this skill set that's going to pay me down the line
mhm.
instead of taking this job at McDonald's, Macy's, warehouse, and just working just to get by. You see
Go
y'all
ahead.
get what I'm
Come on. Go
saying?
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So instead of learning a skill set that can take you 2 years, 3 years, let's say you want to be an accountant, you get a 4-year degree, or you just want to learn how to be an accountant so you can start your own business. You putting in that time learning financial literacy and learning how money works is gonna serve you better than you going to work for Amazon. You going to go work at these warehouse jobs, these temp agencies, working
And
security.
and then you could do
Uh,
one easier than that, man. If you learning a trade, it's way less than that many years. It's sometimes just some months, huh? For the trades and all that.
oh, it could be months. I mean, you could be a plumber. You could be an electrician. There's certain trade groups that I mean, there's certain jobs that are trades that don't require a lot of school. They don't. They don't require a lot of years. That's why a lot of people go for trade jobs more so than the other route because it's a big risk with college. You get a degree, you don't know when you're gonna get a job. You especially if you're not networking in college, you
Mm,
know.
mm.
If you're not networking, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, you only hurting yourself. If you think you just gonna get your degree and get a certificate or whatever, and that's the end of that's it, you're gonna get a job and live happily ever after. Yeah, that happens. But it's not, it usually don't happen that way. Look at people who graduate from Notre Dame. And you be like, damn, how come all of these motherfucking people that graduate from Notre Dame are able to get corporate jobs, able to get these high-end jobs? Because they have a network. You have a
Go ahead.
network.
Go
When
ahead.
you go apply, like let's say I get my degree from Arizona State and I go apply for this job as an accountant. But the other candidate that I'm going against, we have the same qualifications across the board, same everything. He gonna get the job over me because guess what? The hiring manager is a Notre Dame alumni. Guess who he is? A Notre Dame alumni. Guess who's out of a job now? Yo ass. You're the one that got it. And guess what? You lost and didn't even know why you lost. You sitting at home like, damn, I know I did good for that interview. I know I'm qualified for that job. Why couldn't I get the job? Familiar being the
Yeah,
boss being
you bringing a whole nother level of elevation. Go ahead, man.
I mean, it's a term that I always struggle to say. It's called familiarity. I always struggle with that word, but y'all know what I mean. Being familiar faces, I deal with it. Going to apply for jobs, and guess what? I'm black. Guess who the hiring manager is? More times than not, either white or Mexican. And in my case, where I live at, Mexican. Guess who? Guess who I got to go against? A state that's predominantly Mexican. So not only am I fighting an uphill battle because of my color, I'm fighting an uphill battle because I'm going into a job that everybody's clicked up on. You know what I mean? You ever seen jobs where you go on a job and you notice like everybody rolls in the same group? Everybody
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, damn, okay, that's kind of weird, you know? But if you don't pay attention, that same group will be the reason why you don't have a job. That same group is
Ain't
the
the
reason why
man.
you can't move ahead. Gatekeepers. And that's why I've made a decision to say, you know what? I'm gonna focus on financial literacy, building my brand, building networking with others, going through the painful process. I'm okay with it now. I'm all right with it because I realized opportunity cost is so important right now. It's more important than ever because time is more important than money. I know a lot of y'all say time is money and
No, no,
time
no, no,
is
no, no, no,
money.
no, no, no. Oh, yeah, yeah. Bring that back one more time. You said what? You said time what?
Time is more important than money.
Yeah. Dang, boy.
Way
Woo.
more. I mean, look at the aspect of time. It is you can only I mean you can make a lot of money and still be they say you could be cash rich and credit broke.
Ooh.
That in itself is deep because
Mm, mm,
credit
mm,
it
mm.
ain't just swiping the card. Credit could be a relationship that you built with one of your counterparts. You might have a friend who he's
Uh-oh.
real successful in, let's say he has his own car detailing company, right? And
Mm,
let's say he's a millionaire. But
mm.
because he's your because that's your friend and because y'all rock with each other like that, guess what happens if you lose that job? Guess who your credit can be? It can be your friend.
Damn.
He can be like, hey man, I'm gonna give you this. Don't worry about that. Just take this. Don't even worry about paying me back. Just take this. Get right, and whatever you need, I'm here for you. Or if you want to get into business with me and do what I'm doing, hey, I'm willing to teach you the ropes and get you cracking.
Mm, mm.
But a lot of black people, we don't have that. We focus on the physical credit, the digital credit, but we don't focus on the credit amongst each other. Being able to not depend on each other so much, but just being able to just lock arms together. You know what I mean? If I had 10 people and when we lock arms, that's a strong force. That's a strong force field. You see what I'm saying? And they always say you only as strong as your weakest link. So if I got 10 friends and one of our friends, he's always broke, he's always borrowing money from everybody, he's not paying us back, he's always making the wrong decisions. Well, guess what? We got to work on that. because him being that weak, he'll bring the whole crew down. He'll bring everybody down.
Go ahead. Come on with it. God damn. Come on with it.
He'll it's only a matter of time. They say if you hang around 9 broke people, you're gonna be the 10th one. Because you gotta make a choice. Do I want to be like them? Or do I want to say, nah, I'm cool. Y'all be cool. I'm gonna do this over here. And that's what I had to get to. I had to get to that, like, nah, it's cool. Y'all do that over there. I'm gonna go my way. I'm gonna go this way. And sometimes that in itself is that little detail right there can be the difference in how your life plays out. Which leads to my last step: extra processing, overthinking, which is kind of like similar to waiting to
Mm,
start. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
We overthink.
Damn.
We just it's sometimes you just is is it's good to just go and learn whatever comes with it. It's like moving to a new city. Um, Sometimes you don't know what's gonna happen when you move to that city, but you know where you live at is not serving you. You know the environment. Sometimes we live in environments that don't serve us as black people. We may be living in a small town where there isn't no opportunities. The hell with jobs, there ain't no opportunity.
Mm,
It's I look at the way social media is now. If you're a creator, social media is your best friend right now. If you're a creator, that is your biggest. I feel like that's the biggest, one of the biggest assets you can have right now. If you into social media as a creator, is understanding social media all entirely. What understanding, views, understanding SEO, understanding human behavior. Um, it's really important to understand that, especially as a project manager, because you're as a project manager, you're always building projects, starting projects, closing projects, adjusting. Because we all know projects take a turn. Something always goes wrong, and we got to always understand that too. Something is always going to go wrong. Something is always going to go wrong, and that's why I had to make that sacrifice and say, you know what? I'm gonna focus on building what's important. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna have the lifestyle now. I'm not gonna have, you know, an abundant amount of cash. I'm not gonna be, wealthy yet. I'm not gonna be, it's okay, because what I'm building is gonna serve me down the line. I'm looking 10
mm,
years down the line. I'm not
mm,
looking at next week.
mm. Re-
I'm
re-
not.
re-
Say
no, no, no.
again.
Real quick, pardon, sir. Real quick. So to go over some of the belts when you were saying the black belt or whatever, can you go over? I think what's the lowest belt to the highest belt? I call it like the martial arts of business. So can you go over the belts and then at what level is included in the what comes with the belt, what responsibilities, etc. or access.
Roger that. I'm look at my. So I made an actual. I actually have the actual chart, but it starts off with white belt. That's the basics. Is the white belt. Now the white belt is the learner and supporter. It's the very beginning. You taking your baby steps. Um, so as a white belt in Lean Six Sigma, your first goal is to build awareness and support improvement activities. Now, y'all hear that? Improvement activities? Why? Because shit is always going to go wrong. Shit will always go left, and you have to be able to adjust. You Being able to adjust is one of the most important skill sets you can have. Is understanding that today is not going to be the same as yesterday. Every day is different. Don't get me wrong, it may feel like every day is the same, but I'm telling you, if every day is the same to you, you might be living an unfulfilled life. Just putting that out there. Also, white belt key responsibilities: understanding the basic Six Sigma concepts, understanding terminology, following the processes, supporting data collection. You just, as a white belt, I call it the sponge belt. That's the sponge belt to me. You're a sponge. You're just learning. You're stepping into a new field, a new industry. You don't know what the fuck is going on. And that's what it's supposed to be about. When you start a new business or you start a new venture,
Mm,
you don't really know what's going on to the extent of a master of
hmm.
that industry. A white belt ain't gonna know what a champion belt knows. It don't it is it's impossible. And I know everything is possible, but that in itself is literally impossible. It makes no sense.
I got you. There it
you
is.
know, but one thing you could do as a white belt and a champion, one thing they have? Key skills.
Mm,
Learning the basic process, you know, willingness to learn, teamwork, attention to detail. Basically, if we was working at McDonald's, a white belt is a crew member. Somebody that just he don't know how the process work, he don't know how the system works. But guess what he gonna do? He gonna be put on the grill, he gonna be put on fries. See, they put my when I worked for McDonald's, they put me on the grill. They had all the black people working on the grill, and the only black
yeah.
people they had us. I'm telling you, man. And we was in Florida, so that lets you know what it was. I remember they had me working the grill, and I was like, man, you son of a bitches. But guess what? I learned working in the grill. I learned the whole system working in the grill because guess where it starts at? Well, after they get inventory and you know organizing and setting up the floor and all that. I'm just saying, we all know you got to do prep and all that, but I'm saying the first step is the grill. The order comes in, us as the grill, we see it. Boom. Well, the person in the second window takes the order first. So they're like the first person of contact, as they would say. But if we're talking drive-through purposes. But they put the order in, we see the order, okay, boom. We're one of the most important uh we're one of the most important processes of McDonald's because we make the food. The product comes from the grill. Well, guess what? That's in Lean Six Sigma. It starts with the white belt. Now, a lot of people, they skip white belt. They'll go to, they'll skip white belt and yellow belt and just go straight to green belt. Nothing wrong with that because, being a green belt is being a white belt and a yellow belt all in one. So it's same shit, but I think because they look at it like, why teach you white belt and yellow belt when I could just teach you green belt out the gate? So I don't know if they're gonna get rid of the white belt, yellow belt. I think they'll stick to it, just because it's levels to this shit. It's like karate. Cosme was talking about martial arts. You start off with a white belt. It's the same concept, and as you move up, you get newer belts. So which leads me to the yellow belt. So now you understand what's going on. Okay, I got my feet wet. Now you know what I mean. I didn't jump in the pool. Okay, so now my yeah. What's up? Yeah, I'm okay, Daddy. On the show, you all right? All right, go drink some. Go hydrate. And Daddy, when we done, we'll go get you some pizza. All right. When we done, we're gonna get you some pizza. All right. All right. If you need me, I'm on the show. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I love you. That's my son, y'all. This
No
boy
worries,
different.
man. Hey, that's all right. Just have him around greatness. Go ahead. Go
Now
ahead with it.
that's my oldest, y'all, and I love him being around me the most, y'all, because he's a sponge. He's my white belt. That's my white belt right there. Well, he's more like a yellow belt. I probably put my son at like a yellow belt right now. If I was to that analogy, but when you a yellow belt, you okay now you can start to participate in Six Sigma projects. Now you can do basic duties, basic data analysis, identifying problems. Now you can suggest improvements. Now When you go to the meetings, you can point out a couple things. Now, I don't know if they have white belts, I mean yellow belts at the meetings. More than likely, it's probably going to be black belts, green belts. But hey, you just never know. You don't know what company you work for. Sometimes you have a company that is Lean Six Sigma orientated, and that's probably what I'm gonna do with my company. It's probably gonna be Lean Six Sigma orientated because it's a terminology that I understand and that and I learned to live by. So but also as a yellow belt, you start to support green belt, black belt projects. So now it's like you kind of like you go from like a crew member kind of to like a lower level entry level manager, as they would say. Not full manager, but like assistant manager. There we go. You become like an assistant manager now. You start to you know how to do process mapping. um Learning how to read charts, learning understanding what charts is used for what step of the process. um and the mic, you know we have to understand that, yeah, we got to be able to define the problem, but what charts, because we use charts uh for demaic, and you got to know what charts to use, because if you don't know what chart to use, how you going to know how to construct the process? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you guys some of the charts, just a couple of the charts. Hold up, I got to my let me make sure I get my notes right. But I mean, we did with the histogram chart, um uh creating process flows, but I don't want to get into that, and y'all like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I don't want to get too far off. But as a yellow belt, you have to understand those processes to be able to, you know, be able to contribute. You know, it's it's very important, which leads me to green belt. You now you starting to lead small to medium projects. So now they've given you tasks. Now they've given you, real tasks. Now, they saying, okay, we see you understand what's going on. Now we gonna test you. Now we gonna see what you made of. I think Greenbelt is like, it's like you just got a school, in the military. Now they like, okay, now let's see what you really made of. Let's see if that training that we taught you, can it translate to what we got going on right here? And that's Greenbelt. You lead process improvement projects. That key word, process improvement. Knowing how to be agile, knowing that problems happen. Okay, what went wrong? Was we over the budget? Was we under budget? Well, a lot of times you want to be under budget. If you can solve the problem and finish the problem under budget, that's a success. Being able to develop and implement solutions. So now they're giving you power. I would say that now they're starting to really give you true power, because you've proven yourself. White belt, yellow belt, you still proving yourself. You still trying to be what they say, respected and accepted. You know, but the key skills that you learn as a green belt, you start to realize, oh, it's about to get real. You start to do more advanced problem solving, statistical analysis. Um, Statistics is one of those. If you're really good at math, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you're really good at math, stick with it. Stay learning math. Learn as much as you can. Whether it's algebra, calculus, geometry, it's very important to learn math, because math is a universal language. It really is. It'll really serve you right, down the line. Um, Typical projects you would do for the green belt, reducing defects, improving the process performance, increasing efficiency, reducing costs. Well, I said reducing costs. trying to stick within the budget, getting rid of waste, things that don't serve you. We as project managers, we have to understand what's hurting us more than what can help us. A lot of times you can solve a lot of problems in your life just by getting rid of distractions. You know, uh, addition by subtraction. That's one of
Mm,
the key terms I learned was addition by subtraction.
mm. Real quick infomercial, G. Did you want to cover a little bit about being that you the CFO of Golden Crowns and Royals United, man? Did you want to go and talk about that some? You there, G? Uh-oh, might be another phone call.
Y'all can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, even CFO understanding the basics of financial literacy, understanding what comes with being a CFO. Um, it's it's a it's an opportunity that I'm thankful to have, but with much is given, much is expected. And every day I'm trying to realize how can I become a better CFO? You know, financial planning, creating budgets, tracking cash flow, forecasting future revenue or losses. That kind of aligns with project management, forecasting future revenue. But we forecast, future results. Um, we put this plan into our system, and the system is able to tell us our project timeline. You should be able to do this process within 3 weeks. You should be able to do this process within 4 weeks. Well, guess what? A lot of your processes intertwine with each other. So if a process intertwine with each other, now you got to understand how do I be organized and prioritize. Because if I don't know how to prioritize, what happens is I'm working on two projects at the same time, and guess what? Neither one of them get done because I didn't prioritize. Sometimes you further along on one project than you are the next. But the project that you are further along on, you ain't got to complete that until the next 6 weeks. But the one that you behind on, you got to complete that next week. Well, guess what? You got to prioritize. I got to prioritize my focus now and switch my focus over to this process because guess what? I'm behind schedule. I'm ahead of schedule with this process,
Mm.
but I'm managing 7 or 8 processes. You get what I'm saying? So it's easy to get overwhelmed and it's easy to get overloaded. So as a CFO, I my focus is, reporting, making sure the financial records is good, making sure I'm following legal rules, making sure I understand the basics of accounting, learning about numbers, learning about how numbers work, and becoming more uh financial literate, I guess you would say, or learning more about financial literacy, however you want to call it. Y'all know I stumble on my words, but it's the truth. You want to put yourself in a position to, at whatever job or whatever position that you take, do everything you can to learn everything about that position. Learn and implement. Cosmic said something earlier. Apply knowledge. See, I was just gonna say have knowledge. No, no, no. You gotta have applied knowledge. Because if you're not able to apply the knowledge, it's pointless. I could be a book of knowledge if I'm not helping spread the word or teaching or implementing those tactics myself. I'm just sitting around with a bunch of knowledge. It's like a book that's on the shelf with dust on it. That's what I've become. Also understanding how to deal with external partners, stakeholders, investors, people who may be
Mm.
silent partners.
Mm.
As a project manager, we deal with the same thing.
Now,
Same
now,
thing.
re- now, now, real quick, did you want to tell them about Royals United and Golden Crowns, or did you want to tell them like the experience with it, as far as if they will go over there and do a account or whatever? Did you want to promote it a little bit, being that you're a part of it?
Absolutely. Being a part of Royals United and Golden Crowns has literally been one of the biggest blessings I ever had, or one of the biggest achievements I ever had, because now I have infrastructure in my life. I have infrastructure in my life with a group of people who are in the melanated community. We all melanated. We love each other, but we're all like-minded melanated individuals. We've built a platform. We've built the app. We've built chat rooms. We've built games on our app. So make sure y'all, matter of fact, go check out goldencrowns.app. Once again, y'all make sure y'all check out Golden Crowns app, the www.goldencrowns.app. We have a chat room on there. We have a timeline for you to post. You can post your business on our timeline. Whatever links you have, we welcome you to join our brand. Um, I love our chat room. I love the chat room because it gives us a chance to interact with each other. It gives us a chance to learn from each other. I've learned so much in these last 6 months. Man, I've probably learned more these last 6 months that I've probably learned in a long, long, long time. I've learned so much knowledge that I've been able to implement in my life. I made changes in my life being a CFO for Golden Crowns. I had to carry myself different. I had to look at myself different. I've been given a big opportunity. You know what they say, when much is given, much is expected. Everybody wants to be the boss. Everybody wants to be a shot caller. Everybody wants to be that ninja. You know what I mean? But guess what? If you're not willing to put the work in and go through the processes of growing pains, it ain't for you. Especially when it comes to, being a CFO. Salute to Golden Crowns. Salute to Royals United. Royals United, we built a platform where you can showcase your products, especially for all those in the melanated community. This is a platform for you, the ultimate platform for you, a different avenue. We've all heard of Amazon. We've all heard of Tesla. Guess what? You don't gotta just shop at Amazon. You don't have to shop at Walmart or Target no more. You don't have to feel like those are the only stores around. No, we built a real platform. We have real infrastructure. We have we have ebooks on our platform. We have experts on our platform. Shout out to Rich John, Texas. Shout out to my man Money John. He builds apps. He teaches courses for the melanated community, for the kids, programs for like programming, building apps, um, uh, building AI. So we've built a platform to where if you are a black man or a black sister out here, the job force ain't serving you well. You getting laid off from this job. You overqualified over here for this job. The community that you live in don't serve you well. You're around drugs, poverty, and broken mindsets. I always say, hey, to each his own, but that's not the life for me. If you want to sell dope, rob, kill, shoot, steal, I'm not gonna hold that against you, but I ain't gonna be around you because it don't serve me right. The people that I'm around, the people that I do business with, these are individuals who are about their motherfucking business. I understand that wholeheartedly. I can't afford to waste another day. I can't afford to waste time. I got a lot of pressure that I'm dealing with. And guess what? This is the pressure that I was asking for. They said, be careful what you ask for. Well, yeah, I'm happy I asked for this shit. I'm in a whole different frequency right now. I got a whole different vibe right now. The way I think, the way I carry myself, the way I operate, even with, you know, dealing with the bills that I deal with, the lifestyle that I have, uh, baby mamas, kids, whatever's going on in my life, I realize I'm a CFO and I'm a Lean Six Sigma Black Belt project manager. I have value. I got value. And I don't just have value, I have infrastructure. Value and infrastructure and business is everything because it gives you leverage. See, me, I can go to a networking event, a business event, right? I'm not looking to go join other businesses and other corporations and other. I'm not looking to get a job when I go to these networking events now, or I go to an event where there's employers there, investors there, other entrepreneurs there. Why? Because I have a position, I have infrastructure, I have value, I have. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying? It's. I don't need to beg for nothing. I don't need to feel like I need shit. Like I need people, because people want you to feel like you need them. And that's okay. But I don't I love the position that I'm in right now because
Mhm.
it's like a I'm able to think independently. I'm able to use critical thinking skills to learn how to
Okay.
solve problems.
And look, the last two belts, it was a black belt. Tell us something about that, and then the one above that one, and then
Okay.
the pay grades that go along with each belt, if you could.
Well, okay. So as we talk about, the next belt, it will be black belt. So let's dive into black belt. Black belt, that's what I am. Now you're able to lead project cycles. You have to be able to monitor green belts and the processes that they do. So now you're like, instead of the manager, now you're like the general manager. Now you're like the you're running the whole department, as they would say. You probably not the whole department, but you right up under the master black belt. I say the master black belt runs the whole department, and then I will say the black belt is kind of like the lead supervisor of that, and he's just making sure everything flow good. But he's managing. It's like the coach. The coach. Look at football. The coach. Most of the coaches in the NFL, they're not making the plays. They're giving that to the offensive coordinator. They're giving that to the defensive coordinator. That's like your green
Mm,
belts,
mm, mm.
you know. And the coach is just watching them and making sure they doing their job. You know, they may call a play in the red zone and be like, the coach would be like, "No, we're not gonna do that play. That don't like that. That don't look right." Because the coach has experience as an offensive coordinator. He has experience as a maybe an offensive coordinator, or maybe he was a defensive
You
coordinator, or
talking that
maybe he
talk?
just maybe he was both, but he has enough experience to know, you know what I mean? Y'all know what it is. He has enough experience to know, hey, that's some bullshit. No, we're not doing that play. That don't even know. That I don't like the design of that play. Yeah, yeah, you gave us a great drive. We drove the ball down the field. We're in the red zone now. But this play right here, it just screams turnover. It just screams interception, fumble, turnover. That's what black belts. That's what we do. We monitor. We you know we train green belts. We validate the project results. So we making sure. Okay, this is what you created. Okay, it looks good. I like the processes. I like how you was able to adjust. Okay, you made mistakes over here with this process. You adjusted. Okay. So the training that we're teaching you, now you're applying that knowledge that we've taught you. Now you're implementing the knowledge. Now the processes are starting to flow now, right? And then as a black belt, you now my job is to be more strategic. Okay, can we make this project better? What can we do? Is the project done, or is it some tweaks we can make? Because once we say this is a go, we got to take it to the master belt, the master black belt. So we gotta make sure our shit is right before we shoot it up the chain of command. Because once it get past the champion belt, and a lot of these jobs they don't even really have I feel like champions is more like high end Fortune 500 company jobs. Like you don't really, I don't see a lot of jobs for champion belts because shit. By the time you probably make it to the champion belt, you probably like, man, I could start my own shit. I could do my own business, my own process because the knowledge you've gained over the years, you realize, no, I've talked to enough stakeholders. I've talked to enough individuals who work in HR, or I've talked to the marketing department. I know some shit. I could do this shit myself, and that's the change. But you have to get to black belt first, or at least understand the principles of a black belt. You want to understand how the ultimate leadership and coaching and project management. You want to also, constructing meetings, making sure everybody's on board, making sure, what we said we was going to do last week, are we doing it? Okay, we didn't do what we did last week. Well, what happened? What happened during the process for this not to flow right, for us not to be where we need to be? And so now we got to analyze. Is there employees on the job that's slacking? Are they reaching their numbers? Because everything is numbers. Everything is all numbers, stats, and assets, liabilities, revenue, and losses. Those in itself, that's really the basics of business. Is understanding those key concepts. Then we get the master black belt. Now you a mentor. You mentoring the black belt. Now you're overseeing the black belt. You're the guy that the black belt comes to you and has meetings with you at the end of the day and say, okay, we're doing good over here in the marketing department, but we're struggling in the actual, the actual we might be struggling in the human resource department. It could be people, individuals in the human resource department disagreeing with each other, and now work isn't getting done because they're not communicating with each other. Or we might have issues with worker employees on the actual work floor, and because this person over here is driving this forklift, he don't like the person that's moving the boxes. Well, guess what? The forklift driver isn't going to go help him move his boxes. So now what? Now the person that's moving the boxes out the truck, he now has to manually find a way to move these boxes from here to the next step. And guess what? If he's not communicating with the person on the forklift or whoever can give him a helping hand, guess what? Now he's putting in extra effort. He's putting in double the effort. And so guess what it happens? It lags. You spend more time doing extra work. Well, a master black belt has to be able to understand that, well, the black belt and the master black belt have to understand that process in itself to understand, what's really going on. Now we have to analyze day in and day out. So it's completely managing the flow. And once the master black belt feels like everything is good, I'm able to mentor the black belt. I'm able to drive Six Sigma strategy and performance. We finishing up the project. Everything is flowing. We a master of Six Sigma tools. We're natural leaders. We're influencers. We're also strategically thinking with the black belt and the green belts. But now we're able to actually have a project that's completed that we're able to present moving forward. Now, if you have a champion overlooking the master black belt, which probably some companies may do just to make sure, you know, everything goes as smooth as possible, you kind of need somebody overlooking the process, making sure everything flow good. So that's where the champion comes in. He gets to sponsor the project. You know, he's able to remove organizational barriers. He's able to bring up changes that need to be made. Maybe this department needs changes. Maybe these people over here that they're always late to work, and they're always late when it comes to producing the actual process that we need to be done. There's just always a lag, a lag, a lag, a lag. Well, we might have to fire that person. We might have to make changes that are uncomfortable. And if you're not willing to make changes that are uncomfortable, you ain't gonna live comfortable.
Well, look, why do you think most of us melanin people, when it comes to the financial field, are probably unfamiliar with the black belt in terms of that nature? Just that access, and then when you have that on your resume or whatever, what does that allow you access to?
Well, I'll say this: when you, as a black belt, you are given you're given extreme, you're given a lot of power. You're given a lot. You've given a you're in a position to where you can do a whole lot. I can go on a job right now. I can go into management. I can analyze the actual project itself from start to finish. Understand what processes are going to what process are being completed towards on schedule, what's on schedule and what's not on schedule. I can understand how to prioritize what process needs to be done first. Are we working on too many processes at one time? Are we overloading our are we overloading ourselves with processes and errands that need to be done? Do we need to maybe hire another black belt project manager? Because sometimes you're dealing with companies that have you could have companies that have thousands of people working for them. I mean, you have a company like Target that will probably have multiple black belt project managers, Walmart, Amazon, because you're dealing with a big process. You're dealing with a lot of different processes that's going on that more than likely one project manager probably is not able to um fulfill that order. But guess what? With AI now, all of that is changing. You're able to manage multiple processes and projects now because you got a machine helping you. You got a machine that's able to overlook your work now. So as a project manager, I have to understand that I got to be on my P's and Q's because I can get replaced real fast. You got a lot of business owners that say, "Yeah, you're a black belt, but everything you can do, AI can do." So what can you do that AI can't do? So that's where as a project manager, I have to be creative. That's where you know I understand AI. Yeah, AI can handle processes as it pertains to admin work and things of that nature. But as a black man, and being a Lean Six Sigma black belt project manager, having a creative mind, always trying to think outside of the box, I have to understand that I got to understand the reality of the job. Yeah, I have a lot of power, but if you're not able to utilize that power and you're not able to apply that power, you're powerless. And
Mm-mm.
the
Go
job
ahead.
world, it's just how it is, Cosmic. It gets deep. I've when I became a black belt project manager, the funniest thing in the world. I finished school. I never forget. I started May 2nd and I finished September 13th, and I never forget those dates because I said, "Man, I'm a black belt project manager now. Man, I'm about to go work a job making 200,000 a year. Man, I'm about to have a house and somewhere nice, somewhere in LA. I'm gonna have a nice house, and I'm gonna be able to raise my family." And I realized that being a black belt can be scary too because a lot of people don't understand what a black belt project manager is. They know what project manager may be, but they don't understand the specialty that comes with being a Lean Six Sigma project manager. It's like a doctor. You got doctors who are doctors that can do checkups. They can ask you general questions about your health. But then you got doctors who are surgeons. So I look at myself like a surgeon. I look at myself as someone with a specialty. You
Economic
know,
surge. Come on with it, man.
I
Come on with it, man. Go ahead.
mean, that's how I look at it. I look at it, and the reason why I realize I have a specialty is because I've applied for jobs that, I was like, man, it's a project manager job, or it was a junior manager. I mean, it was a junior project manager, which is like right below project manager, baby, baby. It's kind of like a white belt. I'm like, man, I can do. I could be a junior project manager. I got my PMP. I got my Lean Six Sigma black belt and green belt. I can do this job in my sleep. And guess what happens when I go do that interview? Overqualified.
Ah,
And guess what I had to learn too? Because I remember one time I was having a horrible day. I was like, man, I can't. I'm a black belt, but nobody want to hire me. It's either they don't understand what a black belt is, or they're telling me I'm overqualified. And I was sitting next to an older gentleman, and he's retired and everything. You know what he told me? He said, you got to understand politics. You need to understand the job force in itself, because what you're doing is you think you're just applying for that job. No, the person that's interviewing you, more than likely, you're more qualified than him. If the company hires you, they're going to fire him and you're going to take his place. So instead of him hiring you, he understands that no, this person is so qualified, he'll take my job. And guess what? They'll pay him less money, but he'll have my position. That's the world we live in, y'all. Welcome to America.
ain't mine.
And it's a brutal awakening. It is. I realize I have a lot of power being a Lean Six Sigma Black Belt project manager. I have a lot of power being a CFO for Golden Crowns, Royals United, Black House TV. It's a lot of power. That's a lot of infrastructure that can do a lot of amazing things because we're so versatile. And we what we're doing is we're building a enterprise. Basically, we're building a real enterprise for the melanated community. Well, I have to also realize that it's not just building the enterprise. It's not just having the power, but understanding that I have to apply this power, and that I have to understand the powers that be that are looking to take me the fuck out. And that's the truth. Because I had to stay learning, stay ambitious, stay on the hunt, but also understand I'm being hunted. See, black people, we being hunted. We not just on the hunt, we're being hunted.
Come on, G. Come
You
on.
you ever see them TV shows, Cosmic, where the redneck he didn't kill the deer and put the deer's head on his wall as like a trophy. You know how like a lot of white people like that, they like to have them little.
Yeah.
That's how they look at us.
Mm. Mm.
They want to take your head, and
Ooh,
if they could put it on the wall as a trophy.
that is a hell of an analogy. Go ahead. Damn.
And it took me so long because I was so green and so naive. I was so like, nah, it's not like that. No, it's just gonna take time. It's just gonna take time. If you remember we was laughing about it earlier, if I just work hard enough, if I just dig deep, let me tell you something, y'all. You can dig deep, and all you're gonna do is dig your grave.
Somebody say, I'm not hunted. That's a good set. Well, sometimes it's a reality mindset, B. And then sometimes it's called the art of surprise, right? The element of surprise, correct? Camouflage and things of that nature. All of that is used to what? To not make you think you being hunted. Huh? All right, let's continue on.
I mean to add on to that, and to the brother or sister that wrote that comment, I understand. I understand because not every black person has the same experience. So it's easy to say, oh, it's not like that. I was like you. I grew up with a mom and dad in the house, middle class living. I mean, not always. When my stepdad married my mom, that's when we became middle class because my stepdad was the breadwinner. But I call him my dad because he been raising me since I was one.
We
You know what
gonna
I
get
mean?
on.
But
We gonna get on that on the King's Lounge. We got
okay.
all of that stuff coming at the King's Lounge. Go ahead.
And y'all make sure y'all tune into the King's Lounge every Thursday, 5:30 West Coast time, 8:30 East Coast time. Man, we gonna be talking about a lot of things as it pertains to the melanated community, man. It's y'all definitely want to tune in. But the reason why
Real quick, real important. So Thursday coming up, y'all. Like he said, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and that'll be that Thursday. So you can check out episode 1 on my channel, Cosmic Mind UV or 333, and then episode 2 will be on Q Butter. That's gonna be an open panel for the fellas. You know, that's gonna be where the fellas can come in. We can build, we can elevate, we can correct respectfully. We can do some critical thinking, brainstorming, elevate, all that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead, Nehru.
The iPad.
no, go use it. Go get the iPad. You go use it. You good.
Go ahead, West Coast. Yeah, go ahead.
But the reason why I use the word hunted, I chose that word because I wanted to be as black as white as possible with this, y'all. You may be living, a lot of you guys, y'all may be living in Atlanta, Georgia, or you may be living in an area predominantly black where there may be opportunities of growth for you, or it may be opportunity for growth as it pertains to your skill set and what you bring to the table. So I'm not speaking for those who are in a great position in their life and feel like, nah, that wasn't my experience. No, I'm speaking from the experience of Black America, like in all totality, to just all together, not just the good with the bad, but it's way more bad than it's good. I'm telling y'all, it's a dirty game we playing, and especially as a black man, as you get higher in the ranks, you know, whether you a small business owner that starts to make a couple dollars, and now you damn near like Amazon. Like, we got to understand, if there was a company, a black melanated company like Amazon, which I believe Golden Crowns and Royals United will be. I believe we will be on the status of Amazon, Tesla, and that's how that's my competition. That's just how I look at it. And y'all might be laughing like, man, Amazon, yeah, that's how I think because we're in that industry. And you have to study the big dogs in your industry. And that's what I do. I study the big dogs in the industry that I'm trying to get into and learn as a black man, working with a black company, working with other like-minded melanated individuals who are intelligent, educated, with experience. We all understand that, you know, our plight in America as black people, not only has it been hard, it's been a war. It's been a war, and it hasn't stopped. Slavery is still around. It's still slavery, but now they call you prisoners. And that's another, I don't want to dig too deep in that, but that's why I'm so focused on financial literacy. I'm so focused on giving all my attention to being a CFO for Golden Crowns,
Hey,
being a Lean Six. Yeah.
important stuff. My apologies. That's why I brought you through, man, because I just don't think we me bouncing around on different debate platforms and these different intellectuals and scholars, and we got the conscious community. We, it's more like it's great to be scholarly. It's great to know different eras of, you know, different tribes and different this and who was first and who wasn't from here, who wasn't from there. But to me, at some juncture, be that shit is a distraction. I mean, really, we gotta understand that now. At some phase, that shit is a distraction because if it's not economically empowering us and different things that we know needs to go on, just like other habits that he was talking about, spending and getting over inventory and these different things, distraction, eliminate distraction, all this stuff. If we not understanding this stuff, man, these are the reasons we, about the wealth gap thing is there and different things of that nature because we want to be smart with no wealth. But you got a lot of these motherfuckers with the wealth and they ain't all that smart. They ain't all that fucking much bright at all. Really, I'm serious. I'm really being serious. And I'm not talking about no scholastic smart. I'm talking about they are not that much more sharper than you at all. At all. And so that's why I was covering on the other one when I did the wealth formula. We talk too much about shit that don't matter in a capitalistic system. That's just that. The first word is what? Capital. We don't talk enough about capital. We want to talk about goddamn the game, church, religion. Who was first? I'm not from there. I'm not from here. Man, if I was another ethnic group looking at the shit we talk about, bro, I would be like, damn, I see why they where they are. Literally. If you are another ethnic group, take yourself out of being who be a Chinese for who. If you were looking at how we are and the stuff we argue about, we go live about daily, how many group economics lives that y'all see? Y'all put it in the comments. Y'all put it in the comments. How many shows you seen saying how just discussing business, how we gonna scale our business, how we gonna start our own black stock market? How about that one? We want to do crypto on they shit instead of creating our own shit. How about that one? But see, we don't discuss none of that stuff, but we talk about all this other shit. I'm talking about we got so much passion too. It's a such thing as wasted energy, G. I mean, I'm serious, man. And we have to start assessing that shit. I think we have a fascination with ideology. We have a fascination with the past. We have a fascination, and I get it. We have a fascination with awakening. Huh? My bad, West Coast. My bad, fam, because I could do this shit. I do this shit. Go ahead, B. Go ahead if you got something. Go ahead, man.
No, I want to harp on that. That's exactly where I was going. I'm gonna tell y'all like this, y'all. As a black man in America, kids is black, baby mamas is black. I love my people, man. Y'all don't even understand. I could cry how much I love my people, dog. Like I love black. I love just being black, melanated. I feel like my skin is gold, man. I feel like I'm more valuable than gold itself. You know what I mean? Like the shit that we've been able to do as a people, but we don't get we invent the product, but we don't own the product. We play sports, we could be the best in sports, but we don't own no teams. We don't own any type of infrastructure. It's just I look at shit and it's painful to watch, man. It's painful to see the landscape of everything, man.
I know this term people love, bro, but it's like we need. It's like again. I'm on a lot of different platforms. We go live and talk about some of the most wasted. Now again, If you at that level of still talking about fucking of Sky Daddy, if you still at that level of not knowing that you the original fucking person, like you still thinking Europeans was before you, then okay. You feel what I'm saying? If you still on the level of Santa Claus and Easter bunnies and all of this shit, then again, you cannot expect other ethnic groups to not treat you like you remedial. I mean, I'm just being real with you now. If it's another ethnic group seeing the type of activities that the spending power we have, but the activities and the spending power is going to the majority of their products and services, then fuck yeah, I would be like, damn, they dumb as fuck, but I'ma still eat off them. Oh, they got bodegas and this and that and Chinese around in our neighborhood. Yes, because they know you spending the money with them, dummy. Why would I not be around you? Stupid. It's not because I like you at all. At all. You think I like you. And that's another. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro, because I'll take up my fault. Go ahead. Because
No,
I'm
it's
trying.
it's it gets deep. It gets deep, especially with everything going on with DEI, Target, Walmart, the store owner that killed the Korean store owner that killed that little, I think it was a little boy he killed that was running out the store and got off. When he did that, just within those 2 3 weeks, they showed the stats when black people stopped eating Chinese food. When we stopped for that good month, when we stopped eating at the Chinese food spot, guess what the Chinese did? Guess what the Asians did? They went on YouTube, went on all these social media platforms, and
Tell them what it is.
they apologizing. We sorry. We sorry. We are sorry. No, I'm talking about really being sorry, not faking it. No, they feeling it. They feeling it. Because guess what? We have more power than we think we have. We don't have to. We don't have to. We can go without. And this ain't being racial. This ain't me shitting on any other race. It ain't that. I'm just saying for our people. This is me speaking to our people. You got so much power you don't even understand. You don't understand how much is being built around you and because of you. Look at why you think Elon Musk is getting sued by people in the melanated community, because he's taking your gifts, which you bring to the table, and he's putting it into artificial intelligence.
Mm.
He's taking your data, your natural God-given data on this earth, the God, your natural God in you. He's taking the God in you and he's putting it into AI. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a lot complicated to than that. But I'm making it simple to say that's all. That's the simple process of it all. That's what he's doing. He's taking you, he's putting it into the AI, and he's realizing that, wait a minute. Not only can I take from the black man and put him in the I might be able to make a robot. I could probably build the ultimate robot, the ultimate machine because of what I'm dealing with. I mean, I don't think we understand what I mean, think about it. I can go in the sun, I could be in the sun all day. Yeah, I could be hot like everybody else, but I could be in the sun all day, not miss a sweat. This is your planet. To all the black women and black men on this planet, this is your planet. You know how white America be like, yeah, this is our country. Yeah, you know what I would say to a white America? This is my world. You think, yeah, you could say this is your country. This is my world. This is my land. And without me, there is no you. There's none of this shit. None of this shit you see. That's everything you see going on right now. If we didn't have black people, watch what the world will be. Watch what the world will be. Here's the thing. I had a white friend. Me and him, man, salute to that brother. Man, he would always tell me, he said, Billy, as a white man, you think I really want to go to work? Like, no. He said, why do you think I'm going to college? Why do you think I'm networking with all these individuals? I don't want to work. I want to manage. I want to be able to watch you, make sure you're doing your job, and then I'm able to go on my vacation, live my life with my family, and party. That's what he told me.
Hmm.
And we laughed about it because he was one of them. He was one of them individuals from the white community that he just spoke his mind, and he wasn't racist. He was still my partner. Cool as shit. He loved dating black women. He just was a shit. I call him mocha. What they call it, mocha. Nigga, that nigga wasn't black. He wasn't white. You have to be mocha or something, a Creole or something. I don't know. The brother just had a thing for for sisters, but he was right. He said, as a white man, why would I'm not built to go to work. I'm not built to work. I'm to go work in to the fields. My anatomy doesn't do that. My anatomy is set for me to be in an office somewhere in front of the AC, reading emails.
Mm.
And when he broke that down to me, I said, "Damn." As black people, we got to think. Okay, what can we do to set us up to where now we in charge? We in charge. We own capital. I mean, we own real estate. We own, businesses, whether they're, online businesses, whether it's e-commerce, whether it's owning an actual skyscraper, whatever the case may be. What do we have to do to get to that point as a people? I'm not talking about as individuals because we have individuals like, you know, the Draymond John that started Fubu. We have entrepreneurs like 50 Cent's entrepreneur. We have our entrepreneurs, people that do good business. But I'm talking about as a people, as a network.
Yeah, but I need us to understand though. Even the person that's a billionaire is still a wealth gap there. If you look at their counterpart at their level, it's still a gap. If you look at the millionaires, like I'm saying, take other ethnic groups, right? Take they billionaires or tree, whatever they are, and then get all our black billionaires. It could be even in Africa. Just get all of them, okay? And then I want you to get other ethnic group billionaires, and you tell me what is the numbers. Still a big ass gap. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, yes, from the outside looking in, yes, that's still high up. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. That is high up. However, even though they're high up, their adversary is that much more higher up. You understand? So don't so we be glorifying, and I get it because they're getting these big numbers, and we seeing, oh, somebody's a, excuse me, a billionaire, da, da, da. Man, the person that's making money off of them or with them or they signed to, which most of them are, that's what I'm saying, it's a huge gap still. So even the celebrity worshiping you want to do, the Oprahs, the whoever, I'm telling you, they still not close. But go ahead.
No, I want to harp on that too. Even with the Oprahs, even with the Jay-Z's, even with the Russell Simmons, even with I could go down the line. Diddy, their counterparts was those that was well, I'll say their higher counterparts was people from a different race or a different culture, the Jewish, the whites. But guess what? If they fall, like poor not Diddy, I ain't gonna say Diddy fell financially, but let's just say in the public eye, I see a lot of black people. They get to a point where they make so much money where they feel like whatever issues going on in the Black America, it don't affect me directly, so I'm not going through it. So it's easy for me to say, it's not really like that, y'all. It's not really like that. But here's the thing. That's that's how they get us. They'll say it's cool. We'll let some of them become billionaires. We'll let some of them become millionaires. We'll invite some of them to the party. But we're gonna do everything we can to keep that other 80%, 85%. we got them right where we want them.
But
It's like
bro,
Target and Walmart. Think
look,
about that.
but look at this. It says depending on the percentage you say black America, it says make up whatever percentage. It says, however, black billionaires account for well under 2% of of U.S. billionaires. That's what I'm saying. So it be seeming like it's like a but it's like it's not. It's not. On surface level, it's a solid accomplishment, fam. What I'm telling y'all is not really closing the gap. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the wrap up, G, because I see when we get to talking about economics and finance, our people get scared the hell off. You hear me? They want to be talking about some other stuff. So anyway, B, we gonna do part two, man. Hopefully the week after next, man. You want to do final remarks, maybe virtues of the business, maybe on the football, we can wrap this up, man. I see we ain't getting no crowd, man. Because everybody got to go back to work, system, whatever they do. So like I say, man, we still gonna keep with y'all. Some young no point in complaining about the system.
Say again, I can't hear you. My bad. You was breaking up. Let me see.
No, I was saying, what's your final remarks, man? Your promos or whatever, and we gonna wrap this up, man. Because once we start talking about group economics or putting up some fucking money or some real ass moving and shaking, like I say, you we hear far and few between. So that's how I go. So, but like I said, I'm gonna still keep smacking y'all ass with this group economics the same way y'all keep wanting to talk about bullshit ass who ain't from here, who was first, who won't from first, we not from there, what church, religion, all this dumbass bullshit we talk about all the fucking time live every day. This wasted intellectual property ass shit. But then instead of us talking about economics, because we are in a capitalistic society where you have to win with capital. So I'm still gonna keep hitting your ass with it. So it's all good. But go ahead, West Coast. Go into your close up, G.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed doing part one. Part two, I'm gonna focus on charts, graphs, how to understand, how to read graphs, things of that nature, as it pertains to Demaic. So it's going to start with Demaic. I'm going to show you the charts on Demaic, processes with that. So it'll probably be a little more detailed, but I'm gonna make it simple, like I tried to do today. Make it simple for you to understand. And the reason why I want to break down these charts and graphs because it ain't gonna just be training for us. It'll be more training for me. It'll just good practice for me. I always say it's good to get shots up. So that's what I want to do is just continuously getting shots up. I understand a lot of y'all, finances may not be a thing, but if you held on, telling you just hold on, it gets better. Um, and I'll say this to everybody out there before I get into, my brands and everything, how you can find me on Instagram. I'll say this as a black man. For anybody that's black, or I mean a black man, black woman, I want you to do one thing for me. Just one thing for me. I want you to look at everybody in your family, both sides, mom side of the family, dad side of the family. And I really want y'all to analyze the real atmosphere of what's going on in your family. How are we really living? How was our finances as a family, not just singularly as a family? I'm talking about if you rock with your family or whatever family you rock with or you close to, look into the infrastructure and try to analyze. Okay, how are we as a family? If I was to, let's say, if I was to lose my job today, could I count on them? Could I move? Can I move? Can I move in with them until I get on my feet? Could I, can I network with my family? Could I, I want to go to this event for business and networking. Is anybody in my family gonna be interested in going? Is anybody gonna be interested in anything I got going on as it deals with entrepreneurship, sales, building infrastructure? Just ask your cousins, ask your auntie. Say, auntie, man, I want to go to this event, this networking event, or your cousin say, I want to go to this event. Hey, you want to go with me? I think it'd be good for us to learn about business, and maybe we can start our own shit. See what they say.
That's actually a great experiment. So, like you said, we could trim the fat of maybe not necessarily cutting them off, but just knowing environmental awareness. I mean, who to talk to about what. Most of us, man, we didn't come from most didn't come from no highly like in what would we say highly savvy economic people, whatever have you. Now for the ones that did, salute to you. You lucked up. Great job. You feel me? So once again, a lot of reasons why we can get into all the yes, segregation, the integration, redlining, to the but however, a lot of reasons that as far as in today's joint now, fam, is us. Like we got mad access to the AI stuff. We got mad access to a lot of stuff. But I keep telling you once again, we participate in a lot of economically draining activities, fam. Y'all, a
Yeah,
lot of y'all grown as fuck
yeah,
still talking about birthdays and all this other shit. A lot of still going to clubs and bars and lounges. And how do you know this? Probably they got numbers on this stuff. They got this stuff
yeah. You looking for
like
some?
the people and stuff like that. They got numbers on a lot of stuff. The club owners and stuff like that. They gotta keep track of all of this type of stuff. We still a lot of other activities, fam. So like I said, until we as a lot more larger, we can just get this stuff figured out. And like I say, we got to start talking about economics more, group economics, collaboration, scaling each other company and businesses. What do you do that I do that match you, and how can we help each other work and barter these things to help each other scale more and different things of that nature? Because like I said again, well, most black, I don't care if it's on what's the name of that place, bro? Um Clubhouse, and all that. Man, we be talking about the most bullshit stuff every day, fam. I'm telling you, B. I mean, all you got to do is go see for yourself. We are not talking about no economic. More than likely, it's almost, I'm almost can guarantee that we are not talking about fucking economics, but we're in a capitalistic economic e-commerce type of ass system, but we don't consume our talking points on that shit. I mean, just go figure shit like that. But then we consume our talking points about the stuff that's draining all your economics. Huh? It's draining us mentally. It's draining you economically, the mega churches and all that stuff. I'm gonna get on their head in a second. Next show, you feel me? And all of these Super Bowls and all of this basketball crap. When I told y'all all the athletes are just high paid slaves, I'm gonna tell your ass again. Go see the movie Him. That'll break it down for you even better. They putting it in your dumb ass face. They put it in all our face, and we still fell in the open book test. We fell in the open book. I'm talking about they giving us the test. They giving you the answer sheet. They giving you the videos to the with the answers, and we still fell in. So, like I said, when you get black men that don't want to talk about nothing but fucking sports, bruh, instead of talking about economic empowerment, that's when you know you got a people. And that's just what it is. Women too, whoever. If you can get a whole people want to talk about Christmas, popping fireworks. I mean, just give me anything, bro. Give me anything we talk about all the time that you go on most black platforms, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Facebook, whether it's where most black people are. What is niggas talking about?
I mean, a lot of times people are talking about, what's going on in entertainment industry. What's going on,
Politics, religion, voting,
Mhm.
vote, a senator. Did you see this? Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I mean, I think it's like I was telling my homie the other day. We've been programmed. We've Jim Crow was and Willie Lynch. They didn't just want to. They didn't just want to take over. No, they wanted to program the black person to think a certain way. They wanted him to feel a certain way. They understood that, man, we've been enslaving them, we've been whooping their ass. But if we could just take their mind and understand their nature and understand how they move, we could control them. We could control them forever.
Hey,
We
bro, I
we
told you, brag about bills, bro. A lot of people brag about bills, G. Like, you will go on different platforms, they will have whole blown out arguments over, I'm not helping no dude. Like, we will argue about not helping each other economically, my G. I'm telling you, bro. Like,
man,
bro, I don't think I don't think we overstand. I don't think y'all are comprehending what I'm saying and how retarded that is. If I was somebody, if I was an Asian, and I'm skimming through black, melanated, whatever, and I hear, yo, why should I help you? Or should I go 50-50? Or should I? You know how remedial a lot of these topics are, fam? I mean, I'm just serious, man. So the fact that a lot of us are enamored with, I mean, we're fascinated with that. And we got mad passion for it. I'm talking about religion, fam. Shit, we go 50-50. Shit, fam, what? When these same people platforms, the Zuckerberg dude got the money from his moms and his parents, nigga. But you'll get a lot of black people that say, don't get the money from your parents, get it out the mud. Da, 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 da. Your first investors is supposed to be your circle, your family, your homies, your colleagues, your acquaintance, your intermediate circle. We ain't got no investors in that circle, we need a whole new circle. Octagon, square, whatever shape it is. Really, really. My bad, y'all. And West Coast, my fault. I just got to get this out, bro, because this be exhausting with black people, bro. We like to debate about, I'm not going to say it's nothing, God, but I'm saying, again, in a capitalistic society, we want to debate about the shit that niggas are exploiting you for the capital for. Do you understand? Niggas want to debate about Hebrew Israelite, who doing this, who doing that, what group got the costume on, what, man, I mean, are y'all niggas serious, bro?
I agree. I think also too, I
Yeah,
think what we don't do, I think as black people, we get on these apps like Fanbase, we get on Clubhouse, and we're not having honest conversations. We're not having conversations because I know a lot of black people, they'll they'll try to gloss over it because they don't want you to know what's going on in their lives. I remember I was in a room one time, and man, it was after Nolan Wells just died, and I was reading the newspaper, I was reading the article, and I was like, damn, that's fucked up. And I went in there and I thought they was talking because I saw that they was talking about off that, and I'm like, yo, as a black people, we gotta come up with an infrastructure. We gotta come up with our own committee. We gotta come up with a real plan. And man, when I tell you that room went left on me so fast,
that's
it
what
was
I'm
like I was speaking
saying,
Chinese to them niggas.
and a lot of them do it on a lot of different platforms, son. I was on just yesterday, I got on a panel just to test it out. One of these black panel screaming ass places, I'm not gonna say the name, but one of these we black power, black power, black power. But then they charging me to promote a black owned business. We don't do free advertising. How you don't do free advertising, but you screaming black power? See, that's what I'm saying. We gotta have a quality control check. See, because we fascinated with money so much that we forget the value of the exchange. I'm, oh my Ra, like we
No,
just
I
said.
got a story. I got an actual story on that.
Okay, go real quick. We want to say what we want to say, but however, we saying that we got a Facebook that's black. that's just like a Facebook or any IG or any of these other ethnic groups that people support so much and so faithfully. But why not put that energy into what we telling you? We got the same equivalent of that, but better. They been had millions. Do we get that? Go ahead, bro.
No, I got to harp on. I mean, to add on that, I had a story. I was um actually I was part. I'm a part of this network group, and I met this dude in the network group, another black brother, and he was cool. We started off cool. Everything was solid. All right, cool, man. You got your own business. You flowing. You know. He was in the entertainment industry, promoting artists and things of that nature. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I was reposting his artists on my story. I was reposting them. Y'all make sure y'all rock with his music. I mean, and he got black artists. I'm talking about, I'm just doing everything I can. I said, I see a black man with his own business. He trying to get his shit off the ground. Man, do you know that nigga told me one day? He said, "Hey, man, I know you've been supporting me. You've been you've been promoting my music, but we had to start. We had to pay our fees this quarter." I said, "Fees?" He said, "Yeah, I understand you want to be a part of the team, but this is how the business goes. We have to pay fees. We have to pay marketing fees." And I promise you, I've never heard. I didn't even respond to him. I just left it on red. I just was like, because I know how I get when I get angry. I know how my mouth can be. I had to leave that brother on red and I had to leave him alone, y'all.
So, like I said, man, I mean, I overstand. I overstand. We keep yelling this European white supreme because they're not white, they're Europeans. Anyway, but y'all want to say white, so keep saying white. But anyway, look, European white supremacy, whatever the hell this keep talking about. But I'm just saying, nigga, ain't nobody technically white. But anyway, just like you're not technically black, you're brown. However, we gotta overstand. So now, once again, we consume ourselves again, and we gonna wrap this up, y'all. But I'm just really want us to overstand with the simpleton conversations we be having a lot of times, and we get worked up over. We get worked up over if I like I said again, the sky call it sky daddy syndrome. You know what I mean? It's still a big population of melanated people still thinking it's a white daddy. Okay, sky tip it toe around, fam. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We I keep saying this. We want to keep giving all our energy outwards. We keep saying the Most High. We keep saying some of y'all saying Jesus, still Caesar Borgia or Jesus, whoever you prefer to name, Lord. Y'all talk about that shit. All of this other shit, except for the power we have within. You understand me? The power of our dollar, our intellectual property, our style, our fashions, our trends, our when we do come together, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers come together in a big way. But again, most of the time, it is for foolishness. I mean, let's be real, fam. We gotta be real, y'all. Homecoming, fam. You got some people that haven't missed one homecoming for 20 fucking years. You got some dudes that ain't missed a Jordan sneaker the last 30 Jordan sneakers. You got some dudes. I'm just being real with y'all now. Come on, we know what it is, y'all. We the biggest consumers of other ethnic groups' products, but then we want to keep yelling white supremacy, European supremacy, Asian supremacy, but then our women still keep going to buy the weaves, but then we keep want to get in the uproar when the motherfuckers do something to you. You keep putting yourself in the proximity of these motherfuckers, but then we keep wanting to keep getting in this uproar shit. So at some juncture, who is retarded? Somebody's retarded somewhere. Something, either the system is retarded or something else is going on that it's not enough critical thinking going on or something. Something's going on. So go ahead, West Coast. We're gonna wrap it up, bro. Go ahead and get to your business stuff, man. Because like I said, I can freestyle this shit for real. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, man. Man, y'all stay tuned, man. We got a lot of things going on, man. Like I said, I'm Billy D. You can find me on Instagram. I am Billy D _. You can also find my podcast on YouTube, This Week Flows Podcast. But where you will find me at is on goldencrowns.app. I'm hosting my financial rooms on there every week, but I'm about to up the ante. I mean, I'm about to go Super Saiyan because I realize how important it is right now. The time is now, y'all. The time is now, and we don't want to scare y'all. We don't want y'all to feel like w- we just complaining. We're not complaining. We're what we're doing is we're showing you better than we can tell you. We want you to go out there and see for yourself.
Hold on, bro. We not about to coddle. We not about to coddle niggas. No, 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 no. Whatever it is to put a fire under your ass. Be scared. Be whatever the fuck you need to be because they been snatching our babies.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna stop. I
Hmm.
mean, when we gonna get something? We need to get something. Other than motherfucking marching and praying and voting and thinking you gonna work your way out of it, nigga. You gonna vote your way out of it, nigga. You gonna march your way out of it. You gonna debate league your way out of it. No, man. At some point, these activities are contributing to your illness.
Yeah. It's an illness.
Still on YouTube.
So go ahead, bro. Go ahead and get your businesses out, bro. Because you know,
No.
let me wrap this up. Cause I
Yeah.
can't.
No. No. It's now like you said. We gotta have a fire lit under our ass. Like whatever motivates you to go get it, man. Have that fire. You know, invest into your people. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of our people out there that's doing the same shit me and Cosmic doing. Invest. Bring them to us. Let's network. Let's build. You know, if you're a black individual, man, check out Golden Crowns app, man. See what we created for our people, our infrastructure. We welcome you. We want you to come onto the platform. We want you. We want to educate you. We want to show you that we love you. We want to see. We want the best for you. It's kind of like we sound like your parents in a way. We gonna get in your ass because we want the best for you. At the end of the day, we want to see you win. So sometimes we got to get in your ass and show you a tough love. But it's love in general. You know what I mean? It just you got to wake up and smell the coffee. The time to get it is now. You know, and the first thing we got to do is be consistent. Let's be consistent. Show up, man. Just show up. That's it. Just show up and let's work, man. Let's really work. I can't wait for part two. I'm so happy. I can't wait to dive into these charts, these
By
graphs.
all means, this is not for everybody. So for all of y'all ones that say that like repetitively, it's not. This talk is not for everybody. You are absolutely correct. But
No, it's like I said. I talk about. I'm gonna be talking about a lot of this on my podcast too as well. But you're gonna see a lot of my podcasts being streamed on Golden Crowns. I'm gonna keep saying Golden Crowns. I'm gonna keep saying Black House TV. I'm gonna keep saying Rose United. Because
we all good. Bill president with
Golden Crowns with the culture expand the minds of the to the digital. Building empires with the tap of the hand. This ain't luck, nah, this
Yes,
all
I'm
been
gonna break
planned.
it back. Hey, I mean, for the revolution. So I'm looking for the, I'm looking for the, I'm looking for everything that is I'm looking for all of it. I need y'all to know tomorrow on Sunday. This is for the elevated so
Golden crowns, your voice turn into a legacy. Rise up, bright like the sun, golden energy. You can feel the people come, like oceans blue. Watch them high vibrating, you already won. The crowns of power, the moon is the solar eclipse. Golden crown empire, we don't chase, now we breathe the fire. Golden crown, break out, stay alive, express your power.
Yo, yo,
bro.
like my bad, Cosmo. It's like a lot of noise in the background. I can't even hear you.
Now, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, I was just saying that's why we got the King's Lounge show, you know what I mean, for the fellas. And then I got the ladies Sundays, every, random Sunday for the late the empresses, the soul sisters, the activists, the women with knowledge of self, the witches, the hoodoo ladies, the all of that stuff, the high vibrational melanin earth mamas, all that. I need y'all to come, the doulas, the midwives, the all of that. I need y'all to come true. So I want to know what's going on. See, it's usually the opposite. It's usually they call women that they know are gonna be what they call ratchet, or they're gonna incite a fight or something to get what? Negative content. I'm doing the opposite. I'm calling the high vibrational, the ones with the knowledge of self and all of that. I'm saying we need you for the show so y'all can be the teachers and lead it out there instead of it being the other way around like it's being pushed. All right. So West Coast, if you don't got nothing else, we're gonna get up out of here.
Man, on Q Butter, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Rose United, Golden Crowns, Cosmic. Thank you for providing this platform. I love y'all, man. Y'all stay, man, stay true to yourself, stay elevated, stay focused. Man, salute to all of you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And part two will definitely be a masterpiece. I'm gonna be working on part two all weekend. And I think we had a real good talk today. I think we established a lot of shit today, man. I think we really did.
Yeah, we see we got see again. That's what trendsetters and everything do. We got to change the algorithm. We can't keep complaining about it. We just got to set better examples. That's all. So when Cosmic come up here, it's not about to be the same repetitive, stupid ass topics and stuff that's gonna make us just get into all of these goofy ass places we just know we don't need to go, y'all. You feel me? So love y'all, peace and abundance. If you don't got nothing else, bro, go ahead and whatever else you got, and then we gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna press in.
Uh, all right, y'all. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. Make sure y'all check out Golden Crowns, www.goldencrowns.app. Make sure y'all check out Royals United, www.royalsunited.com. Make sure you check out Black House TV, www.blackhouse, BLAKHOUZ.com.
Yep, it's on the screen. Blackhouse.app. It's all good, y'all. It's the newest app we got. It's okay. It's okay. It's blackhouse.app. It's right there on the screen. And we do have goldencrowns.app. Y'all check that out. Please make sure you test drive everything. We would love for you to put your melanated copper tone, black, etc. services and products in our marketplace over there. Do video rooms, do audio rooms, music rooms, sell your music. Do some of everything. Test drive. We got spades over there. We got dominoes over there. We got some of everything over there. So check that out. And like I said, with the Star Seeds app or the Black House app, we got this game over there called Black Facts. You feel what I'm saying? So that's gonna test our knowledge and or your teen or your nephew, niece, or whoever knowledge on melanated people, fam. And then if they get it wrong or right or whatever have you, it's gonna give them a brief description that you can just let them read. So then that way it's learning as you go along. So I be playing that Black Facts game just to refresh my brain on a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Just to keep me sharp. You feel me? So love y'all. Gratitude. Go ahead, bro. You got anything else? Don't forget about Royals United Radio, man. I'm live on the radio right now. Royals United Radio.com. If you would like to be a radio personality on RoyalsUnitedRadio.com, all you got to do is just email us at Royals with a Z United@gmail.com. You see what I'm saying? We got the media outlet for us. We got the app outlet for us. We got the app outlets for the little ones. We got the RoyalsUnited.com, and then West Coast. What was your financial services? Let them know about that real quick.
Okay, but y'all make sure y'all check out my brokerage account. This week flows brokerage. The website is easytree.me. Easytree EZTREE.me/this week flows brokerage. If it's too long for you to remember, y'all make sure y'all go to my Instagram. My links are on my Instagram at IamBillyD_. Whether it be my podcast, This Week Flows, my brokerage account, This Week Flows Brokerage, whether it be Golden Crowns, it's all on my Instagram at IamBillyD_. And you can also find me on LinkedIn at Billy Dennis. And I also have my links on LinkedIn as well. Thank y'all for allowing me, man. And yeah, man, I'm thankful we had a great show. And yeah, I'm ready to tune out, man. I'm hyped up.
Okay, well, look, we got some more. Like I said, we got Ladies Sunday coming up. Sunday's coming up, ladies, tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, ladies. Hopefully, y'all are there. The high vibrational ladies. Hopefully, we can get a panel full and we can just elevate and get some game from y'all. I want to take some notes, man. Ask some inquiring questions and notes from y'all perspectives and experiences. Also, I'm gonna have my vice president come up, J Dub. Go check out MessiahBrand.com. That's our vice president and one of our sponsors with Royals United. He's gonna come up here and hit y'all with the group economics, y'all, because once again, until this type of stuff becomes a priority, y'all, it's gonna always be that same issue of that wealth gap and all of this other stuff that we continuously talk about in the repetitive cycle. So peace and love. Love y'all. Royal Day, Royal Risings. Make sure y'all check us out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to Billy Dennis. And that's it, y'all. Gratitude.
Gratitude. Hey.
Crowns up, yeah, we rising like the sun now. Golden energy, you can feel what we become now. Live rooms, dreams bloom, we don't run now. High vibe wave, yeah, we already won now. Crowns up, let the whole world tune in. So loud, got the universe moving. Golden crowns, yeah, the crowns stay proven. We don't chase now, we create the movement. Yeah, late nights, neon lights, Tokyo drifting. Mind on a mission, whole vision uplifting. Boom bap, heartbeat, soul got rhythm. Every bar go like we forged in the system. Act full of kings, queens building legacy. Audio rooms where the truth hit heavily. No limits here, this a different energy. Turn pain into power, now you speaking heavenly. Yeah, we don't scroll, we connect. We don't flex, we reflect. Every vibe got intent. Yeah, every word got respect. Golden crowns, yeah, the name ring bells. Where the lost get found and the real rebel. Create your lane, don't follow no trail. We the code breakers, no glitch, no fail. You feel that? Yeah. That's your spirit talking back. No fear, no lag. No. We align, okay. Crowns up, yeah, we rising like the sun now. Golden energy. You can feel what we become now. Live rooms, dreams bloom. We don't run now. High vibe wave, yeah, we already won now. Crowns up, let the whole world tune in. so loud, got the universe moving. Golden crowns, yeah, the crowns stay proven. We don't chase now, we create the move. Talk slick now, we talk truth.